Hey everybody, welcome to Zach Sports Cards and Collectibles. Thank y'all for watching tonight. Man, I'm super pumped about tonight's episode. Sorry about the delay tonight. Had to get the kids to bed, and I was out at the farm tonight, and we had some things going on, so I wanted to wait a little bit before we went live. But I'm really honored to have my special guest with me tonight. I'm super pumped about tonight's episode. I've wanted to have Dirk on my channel forever. Oh my gosh, I'm so pumped to have Dirk with it, and he's live. Like, you know, we've had 3-Pack Thursday here live from different locations, but this is the first live stream I've ever had live from a hotel room tonight. Let's go.
No room service. They're not helping.
This is awesome, y'all. This is all super pumped to have Dirk here with me tonight. But before I introduce my guest tonight, I want to shout everybody out because we had a lot of people here early, and that y'all were killing it. Thank you so much. Let's get up to the top of the chat, and our first one was Sydney Cat. Thank you, Sydney Cat. Sydney Cat's awesome. She's been supporting me on Zach the Frugal Gardener, and she's awesome. She's supporting you, Dirk. I've seen her in your chat before when you're out on the road or sunsets. Yeah. We got to talk about that tonight too. I want to talk about sunsets, and I want to talk about more than just sports cards tonight. Look, tonight the sports cards and more tonight. Me and Dirk is so awesome. That's why I'm super pumped to have Dirk here with me tonight because me and him share a lot of common interests, and you know, we're putting out content, and I've been such a huge fan of Dirk. But I want to talk about that in a few minutes. Let me shout everybody out. But we got Judy in the house. Judy's awesome, man. Judy comments on every video I drop on Zach Sports Cards and Collectibles and Zach the Frugal Gardener. And we're 2 subscribers away from 800 for Zach the Frugal Gardener, and that would have been possible without Judy's wonderful support and everybody else that's been supporting us. She's awesome. She's helping those analytics, dropping those comments, and Dirk, she did that for you as well. She's just awesome. I know she does.
Awesome. Judy's all over the place. Sarah's all over the place. Sydney Cat's all over the place. Berry actually.
Yes.
Berry has I want to say incited instead of inspired. A couple later songs that I put out. So
Definitely.
I'm gonna go with incited. Forget the other. We're going with inciting.
That's right. Well, we also have Spontic Sith in the house. I know Dirk's there every Saturday night with me in the chat, chatting away. We have a good time Saturday night. Saturday nights are for Spontics, and man, a great episode last week. And man, last night, and let me shout out this guy too, Swag and Sith were live last night, and for I call it Your Team Stinks because I got to keep it PG, but it was a great episode of Your Team Stinks last night with Swag and Sith last night. I really enjoyed it. I was coming out of Walmart on the sports card hunt. Dirk knows what that's like because he's always on the sports card hunt too. And I had just hit a restock, and I was walking out of the Walmart going to exit, and I opened up my phone, and there was Sith and Swag live. I was like, oh my God, I got to catch that. So I caught a little bit of it toward the end. But I was on the hunt. I had to be careful about my hunt because, you know, Dirk, you know what it's like when you're out on the sports card hunt. You hit that vendor, and you want to be polite and courteous because you know they get harassed by people all the time. So I kind of went back to the back of the store, kind of made my way back, just kind of looked around, and then as they got finished, I walked in and saw the restock. Be careful.
That's really cool. When you can time it and hit it right, it's money.
It is.
And
it is.
As you know, starting in 2020 and 2021, finding a restock and being able to get anything was virtually impossible. It was brutal. Fights breaking out. We had a gun pulled in Milwaukee once.
I know. I remember that. I remember that. That was wild.
And the person who it was pulled against was actually in the Target by me earlier that morning.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a whole different story to that whole thing. I've got the real scoop to all that, and it's just like,
wow.
Yeah. But that's the start of the whole Target going online only for that long stretch.
Yeah, I remember that. That's when they started. That's right before they started having the Friday drops. Remember that? Yeah. Where we'd go down there and camp out in front of the Target. See, me and Dirk go way back, y'all. We go back. Me and Dirk were before, you know, before the COVID was over with. Back during the COVID days, me and Dirk would be on the hunt all the time, and he'd be sharing me about what's restocked this week, what's going on here. We've been messaging each other, so that's why I'm super excited about having Dirk with me tonight because we go back a long time. So I'm super pumped up. Sorry, Dirk. I'm just.
Actually, and Zach, you actually won my first giveaway.
I did. Oh, I did. You
won that Bo Jackson cover.
That Bo Jackson. Yes, that's one of my favorite Beckett's of all time. I didn't have that in my collection. I still have that right up here. I have a collection of Beckett's, and I have it with my Beckett collection. That's one of my favorite Beckett's. I really, really appreciate that one. That was awesome. And you know, I have that card now too. the
Yeah,
score
I picked
one.
up a couple actually. I found a couple, so that was cool.
I didn't have that card before it either, and so I finally, in fact, I got what I did is this guy at my work had the sealed set of that, and I was able to get it to him from him for like, I think he gave it to me, or I bought it for like $5 from him, and I was like, oh man, I've always wanted that card. So
yeah, it's a great card just to pull it and have it in your hand.
It was. We got Swag in the house. There it is. Swag, love the channel. Maybe you don't want everybody there, but we had a great time there. It was a great channel last night.
Maddie's in here. We've got Barry Squared.
Barry
DK's in the house.
Random Rips in the house. These guys are all on your channel too, Dirk. I see them, especially when you're on the road, and it's pretty awesome. Let's see here. We got DK, DK, have it your way. Barry was over at the Rushmore show tonight, and I was watching a little bit of that tonight while I was trying to get the kids to bed, and they had a great episode tonight. They were doing the top college football coaches, and they had a great episode of that. I really enjoyed watching a little of that tonight while I was getting ready.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Sarah King in the house. Hey, Sarah, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Appreciate seeing new people here in the chat. Thank you, Sarah. You're awesome. Really appreciate your wonderful support. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, she's in a lot of my stuff, so she's awesome.
Awesome. Yeah. Let's see here. We got sports car ripping teacher Vince in the house. How you doing, Vince? Man, you gotta be excited about your Cubs. Your Cubs are catching up to my Braves, and the Braves are behind the Mets right now. And for that wild card, it's getting tight there down to the end. Zach's collection. Zach Squared. I gotta go watch Jink Pack Thursday tonight. Yeah. Hey, y'all, listening and lurking while the Dolphins nail in this game. Yeah, I'm watching that too. Ooh, it's a blowout right now. 24-7. Buffalo is up on Miami. In the second quarter, though, I think that is. Or is that third? I don't know. I think it's second or third quarter. So, yeah, maybe that is a third quarter. I can't read that.
Either way, that's a pretty crazy score.
Yeah, they're blowing them off the field. And you'd think Dolphins would be pretty good. They had a good regular season last year. But the Dolphins are driving right now. They got it on the 20-yard line. So, there goes Tua. He just threw that. Oh, that was horrible. Okay. Well, I just like to play with Matt. Sorry.
Throw out your Tua cards, apparently. So, wait,
yeah.
Is this a good opportunity? If you had a bad play, we could go. We'll keep that book put away. But every night at 11 o'clock, you'll see what I pull.
Okay.
YouTube hasn't killed me yet for it.
Okay. We got Matty Ice cards in the house coming to us from the great state of Indiana. Man, thank you, Matty Ice. Matty Ice is the best, one of the nicest people here in the card community. He's getting me pumped. I'm going to be running a 5K the first week of October. Matty Ice was an inspiration to that. I've been running twice a week. I ran 4 miles Saturday, and then I ran another 2 miles on Tuesday night. So I'm conditioning. I got the first Saturday in October. I'm going to run my first 5K in like 3 years, and I'm doing it for you, Matty Ice. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
I see Daryl's in the house. I was actually up in Daryl's area the last 2 nights, but I didn't have time to go and say hi or try to hook up with him. So.
Oh yeah, Daryl's here every man. Daryl's the best, man. You get a chance, you need to go. If you're ever in that area when he's one of his car shows, man, I'd love to go to one of his car shows he's at.
I've actually been. He doesn't know it, but I've actually been to his table at a card show probably about a year ago.
Really?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Yep. I'm like, I ran into him at a show in Parsippany, actually.
Oh, so cool. I didn't know that.
I didn't know who it was, but obviously after the fact, no, I did.
That's totally cool, man. Daryl's talking about his trips and these shows and all his experiences. It's really, I spent hours. Him and you both. I sit there in the greenhouse. And like when you're on the road or you're on a sunset and I'm hearing you talk about, I'm usually working in the greenhouse and I'm sitting there watching y'all and Daryl's the best, man. I appreciate both y'all. Y'all are awesome.
He's awesome.
Great. Let's see who else. Oh, and that's it. I think that's it. Thank you all. Stop here. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment below. Appreciate all y'all's wonderful support. And we're happy Thursday, y'all. We got this Bills Miami game on right now. It's 4 seconds left. I think I can't read it. My bad. Ooh, once you get about 50, y'all, your vision goes. Maybe I need glasses, but
these are my editing glasses. I was working for the last 2 hours trying to get the rest of the photos from last night done.
Oh wow! I can hear you when you when you do your sunsets, I can hear you clicking. You're trying to get those photos in.
Yeah.
You know,
well, so far you haven't heard me fall into the water at the lake yet, but I've got close one night. I said, if you do a splash, call 911 quickly.
I did last week. You know, I did a live stream. Was it last Friday night? And I took everybody down by the pond, and I had to jump over this creek to get over there. And when I did, I fell and I dropped the I fell in the puddle, and the girls all laughed at me. And I did the rest of the stream with water in my boots. It was wild.
That happens.
Yeah, it was great. But yeah, God is great. Titus in the house. Thank you, Titus, for stopping by. I appreciate you all being here tonight. So let me introduce you to my special guest tonight. We got Dirk Remington. Dirk is one of the best here on YouTube. I got to know Dirk back during the sports card hunting time, and you know, back then, me and Dirk were going out to Cracker Barrel. We were going to Walgreens. We were going to CVS. We were going to anywhere we could find that sells sports. Hobby Lobby, anywhere we could find sports cards. And I can remember, I love watching Dirk's channel because he takes you on this adventure. Like he goes, I can remember you going into a Cracker Barrel in West Virginia, and you go in these mountain towns, and I just love that. And you're going in these Cracker Barrels looking for sports cards, and you're hitting these restocks of these Walmarts and and Targets and I just, your interaction, it's funny because I was going on these trips and adventures and seeing your interactions with other people in the stores, and some of the same things you encountered was very similar was I was encountering. And Dirk's one of the best, man. He's always hitting great restocks and getting all the, I was like, oh man, I could only dream, you know. I just never had the time to travel like Dirk does. And he goes on these trips and just goes in these towns. I don't know. Some of these towns I don't think you've been to before. You'll just go in these random towns where you're on your trips and you'll hit them and you'll be like, oh man, I'll be like, oh, super pumped for you. Some of these trips.
You never know what you're going to find. You know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
You go certain places. For a while in Morgantown, West Virginia at Barnes & Noble. It's by the university. And what was happening, you go in there and there was plenty of sports cards, but all the Pokemon stuff was gone. And so what they were doing at that particular Barnes & Noble is they were actually putting out electronic newsletter. They were out of their minds. Why were they doing that? And they would just get rushed. And from the moment they put it out, within half an hour, they get crazy. They want all the cards out of the store. They want to deal with it. Which happened actually, ironically, on the thumbnail of the California trip. Mm-hmm. When I was in Walnut Creek, California, at a Target at 8 o'clock in the morning when they were doing their restocks, it was a limit of one item per customer. I'm like, really? Wow. And the line wrapped around the building. So got in line, got my one pack of Select football, got back in line, and they let us go back in and out each time because they just wanted the stuff out of the store. They didn't care how many times we came through. I mean, who knew? And then the crazy thing was, because at that time I had never done a face reveal, I walk out of the Target and the first guy in this line goes, "It's you. You said you'd be here this week. I can't believe you're here." And I'm like, how the hell do you know it's me? I know the voice. Yeah. And then it gets worse. 2 weeks later, I'm in Virginia doing headshots at a place and started talking to this guy who collects baseball or collects cards and stuff. And I'm going, "You are familiar. Why do I know you?" It's the first commissioner of baseball's great nephew.
Oh wow!
So who would have ever figured that? So he knew me, but he didn't know me.
Yeah.
But so actually, because at one time I started collecting, I was trying to get all the autographs of all the commissioners of baseball.
Oh wow!
And that'd be cool. The first. So I actually got a photo of opening day, a press photo from 1923, maybe. Him in his commissioner seat at opening day. I picked it up from for $20. It was crazy. Cool. Directly from the family.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
It was very cool.
That is good stuff. Well, we got some awesome people that just stopped by here. We got Justin W. Smith in the house. Thank you, Justin. You rock. We got Victor Negron Cards in the house. Thank you so much, Victor. And Troy's Cars Comics too. Thank you, Troy. Troy's awesome out there. Thank you all y'all guys stopping by. Y'all are the best. Appreciate all y'all's wonderful support, and thank y'all for stopping here. Happy Thursday. And you know, take that football game down, turn it down to mute, and watch us. And you can watch both of them like that. Watch I'm doing. I'm simulcast, doing both of them. And appreciate you all stopping by. Don't forget that like, subscribe button, and Share us out if you can. Help us grow. Appreciate it, y'all. We're growing every day, and I appreciate everybody's support.
We could just randomly cheer and boo for no reason.
Yeah.
Stand up and cheer for no reason. Why are you doing that?
Let's see who else we got here. Let's see. Again, we got DK. He didn't know I met Dirk. Daryl says he didn't know he met you until tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was at the Embassy Suites. It was at the Embassy Suites in Parsippany.
That's awesome, man. That's all. That's like two of the biggest icons, my favorite channels out here on YouTube. Two of the biggest icons, man, together. That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
That's crazy. Yep. Crazy stuff. You never know who you're.
I've never watched Dirk without seeing asphalt on the sun. This is a first. Are we talking about that pothole, Dirk, you hit like over in Columbus?
Yeah, I'm actually developing merch for that pothole. Well, you know what's really funny? That pothole is. Can I say this on this channel? I think it's actually a billboard, so I think it kind of works. I don't know if you've seen the billboards that I've been posting about.
Yes, I've seen that. Yes,
where it comes from? It's right by that pothole.
Okay.
Ironically.
Oh man, I've been to Columbus before. I've driven. I used to live in Cleveland. I spent a summer in Cleveland, Ohio, and I would take, I'd go up 75 and then hit Cincinnati where it cuts off. And what's that highway that cuts off there? And then I'd go up Cincinnati, then through Columbus, and then up there near Cleveland. And so when you're going through Columbus like that, it just reminds me of my time. I spent some time in Columbus going down there, visited the Ohio State campus, and got to go to a Columbus Clippers game there in Columbus and see the sights there. It's a nice little town there.
You wouldn't believe the construction going on in Columbus right now. It's insane.
Oh yeah, I was. You're showing that. There's a lot going on in there. I couldn't believe it.
It's like between Children's Hospital and the highways they're working on right now. It's just completely out of control. Indianapolis was like that as well. They've got a lot of that done, and right now they're still working on 480, 495 around Chicago. So I'm kind of avoiding that at the moment. This is a shorter way to go, but I don't feel like dealing with rush hour traffic on 495. Besides, antique malls are down the other way.
That's right. You got to hit those. Dirk is also a great antique mall hunter, y'all. You should see some of the finds he finds. It's pretty cool.
The Parsippany Pal Show. Where was that at, Daryl?
Did you ever go to
about a show?
Parsippany Pal Show back in the day?
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. So I don't think I did, Daryl. I think the only one I've gone to is at the Embassy Suites. Mm-hmm. Now I have gone to where Sammy Thunder goes quite a bit up for a lot of vintage up in what is that show? They run it like every other week. Gotta think about it. Brain dead after all this editing. Wait, your color's a little off. Let me fix that for you. So I'll have to think about it. I'll come back to it. But there's so many things around the country with shows and stuff. And I stopped in where did I stop? El Paso Antique Mall. I did leave early enough to stop in Columbus at the Heart of Ohio Antique Mall. Mm-hmm. And dude, you need like 3 days in that place. It's just so huge. Wow. It's crazy.
Next time I go to Columbus, I need to stop in there and check it out.
If you're going up, you got to go left to Cleveland or left to Springfield. It's about 20 minutes away.
Oh,
but
wow.
You need time. Trust me. It's overwhelming otherwise. And there's it's off one exit and there's another set of 500 dealers off another exit. So it's like 1,000 dealers between the two exits.
Wow. That would be cool. Yeah. I love going to flea markets, and you can always find cool stuff there, especially when you find ones in like rural areas that nobody really goes to a lot and haven't been like gone through a lot, and you can find some cool stuff as well.
Well, that happened. I'll tell you, the best time when that happened was right after the shutdown when they're going to reopen everything back up. I got to the antique mall at the Heart of Ohio because I knew this dealer had all these antique boxing cards, and he had Gaudi. I mean, he had a ton of them. And I bought all the boxing cards and just didn't have enough money to pick up all the Gaudis he had because they were dirt cheap.
Oh, wow.
Now he grades everything, and he's learned his lesson, unfortunately.
Yeah. They're getting smarter and smarter at these flea markets. It's tougher and tougher to find the good deals. You know, you've been doing something cool that where you have been able to find some cool gems, and that's at garage sales. I've been seeing you out on the hunt at some garage sales where that's where you can find some of the hidden treasures because you get people that may not know as much. Oh, and I hate to, I'm not saying this bad, but like you may find some hidden gems, you know, that people just want to get rid of.
Well, that's exactly the whole thing. You go to garage sales, a lot of times people just cleaning stuff out. Got to get it out of here. You know, that's, Buzz is in the car. I brought Buzz in. Buzz is on a road trip with me. So I bought him for 50 cents at a garage sale, and it's been like my mascot now.
Very Bear says, Dirk, is that Elvis behind you?
Yeah. Barry, is he stalking me? Oh my God. Everywhere I go, it's freaking Elvis. It's like Elvis plates, Elvis stamps, Elvis photos, Elvis albums. It's just how much Elvis, that has to be the most of anybody in the entire world that there was memorabilia made of. It has to be.
Yeah.
It's insane.
That and you know, down here, Coca-Cola is everywhere. You know, you have Coca-Cola stuff everywhere. And I know these people houses, and all they you know, especially down here because Coca-Cola is founded in Georgia. They must have like when they were younger, that's all they did was collect anything they could find Coca-Cola and put it in their house.
Well, Coca-Cola was very collectible. I used to collect it a bit, but then when they moved the All-Star game to Colorado, for absolutely no reason, I go, all right, I'm done with you people. And let me tell you, I think I've probably put a few kids through college drinking Coke.
Yeah.
now I drink RC. So
yeah, there you go. That's right. That's right. So SCA in the house, man. There's a guy who's a long time. Hey, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by, SCA. I appreciate you stopping by, man. He's been here for a long time.
Speaking of fine, Zach.
Oh, there you go. Score a treat. There you go. That's awesome.
I've not seen these before. I found these these are in Morgantown this week. So I picked up a thing for the card show on the 13th. I think I'll be home for it.
Yeah. And those are, you know, I saw those last night. They also had the haunted hoops last night when I hit the Walmart restock.
But these are $21. So actually a decent price for 40 packs of 3 cards. 120 cards.
Yeah, that's a good price for that many. I mean, I know it's score, but still, and it's football too, which that's a good price for football. You ain't getting any cheaper than that football.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean? Score is score, but they come in 3 card packs. So I thought for the card show, give them out.
And you get parallels in there, and I'm not sure, but you do get some numbered cards in there, I think. I'm not sure about that.
Exclusive Halloween parallel. I'm just trying to see what else the text says. Take me home now. Wait, what? I did. I put the cards in. I was like, when's the last time I bought? Well, I'll tell you the last time I bought something new was. I bought that just for tonight. So you rip it.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Well, I want something new. So I think something new.
There you go. Man, that's my. What year Donruss is that? 89?
Yeah, it might be 89.
88?
So it has to be 89.
Yeah.
So,
love that.
Then the only thing I really threw in the car was I thought you'd get a kick out of this, right?
Oh, there you go. Prime time. Deion Sanders. There you go. I love that. That's awesome.
I found these at the thrift stores are actually another great place.
Yeah.
2 of them. Ghost.
Oh, wow. Wow. What's the you know 1 Million Tugs Project? I'm sure you watch him all the time. And you probably didn't you say one time you went to this card show? Yeah. He finds some amazing stuff at Goodwill and thrift stores. I'm just amazed.
Goodwill is hit or miss, man, big time.
Stuff he finds.
Even the thrift stores are hit or miss. I don't have them with me, obviously, but I went back-to-back weeks, and I got entire things vintage Hot Wheel track.
Oh wow!
So I paid $10 for the first one. Second was $15, and nowhere near as good as the first one, but I had so much Hot Wheels track and clamps. So now I'm like, So then if you looked a couple weeks ago at a garage, so I picked up a whole thing of Hot Wheel cars. So we're gonna have right now we might add races. Probably to go with creative cursing.
Yeah. You should have a live stream race on your channel. You know, think about it.
I got enough trouble going on now.
think
I
I'm a
mean, how much more can I live stream?
That's right. I love Dirk's live streams, man. I mean, he goes from everything to sports car hunting, the sunsets, the running over potholes, the flea market. Hey, he does it all. That's what's so cool about Dirk. I think what's so cool is you show all your different interests and hobbies, and it really, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan, and y'all are not subscribed to Dirk. His channel's in the description below. Let's he's huge. Wait, almost 3,000 subscribers, y'all. Let's keep him growing.
What's really funny is you and I were neck and neck, and then I broke off to try to get my business back up and running. And also, you just went and you took off. So good on you.
Well, let's just put it this way: Paw Patrol. It wasn't about my content. More of it was Paw Patrol and super toy shorts. What I did was I just started adding the toy hunting short. Like Dirk, you're in the stores and you're already there hunting for sports cards. So I just said, you know what? I'm just going to the back of the store. I'm going to toy out. And I'm going to film in here, too, while I'm here. And then I get two for the price of one. And I said, you know what? I just started dropping, like, Star Wars ones at Target. And, that stuff I loved as a kid, and I still love. And I was like, well, I'll just add this in here. I'm already here, and it really helped grow the channel a lot. Thanks. I appreciate everybody's been watching our shorts. I've been dropping a lot of Simpsons shorts lately, y'all. And the Simpsons are real popular. I've gotten a couple thousand views on those. And I love the Simpsons as a kid, so it's pretty cool
I've seen somebody dropping a lot of Dungeons and Dragons, which is really funny. I laugh about that because I actually, when I was in school a couple summers ago, bartending, people that I bartended with, they actually worked. They were actually creating those figures for D&D at the bar at night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's cool. That's like I said a couple summers ago.
Yeah,
but they were actually creating, and they also played Dungeons and Dragons. I just can't get into this; it's too much to deal with. But it was cool. They'd be at work with the clay, going, "All right, we're gonna make sure." What do you think about that? I go, "I don't know. Let me have another beer, and I'll tell you how it looks." I said, "Well, I wish I had some of those clays. I wish I had some of those originals."
Yeah, those have been worth a ton. Perch, I want to shout out some people just stopped by. We got Perch in the house who just stopped by. Nikki Two Times every Sunday night. Go check out Nikki Two Times. He's live. He's been killing it. Big game this weekend between his Philadelphia Eagles and my Atlanta Falcons on Monday Night Football. Excited about that, Nick. Good luck. I'm sure y'all probably going to kill us, but we'll try our best. I'm up and blessed. What more do I want? Let's go. I'm up. I'm dressed. Okay. Okay. There you go. That's awesome, man. Thank y'all for stopping by. And if I didn't shout, I'm sorry, y'all. Justin Smith, I think I shouted him out earlier. Thank you all. Battle of the Birds Monday night, says Barry Berry. That's right. That's right. Well, let's see. Let me take some of this off. Let's see. There we go. All right. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. Let's see, where are we at? I'm losing my track here. I got distracted. Oh, Madison Card Show. Yeah, that's right. Bo runs the Madison Card Show in Wisconsin. I remember you talking about this one time on your stream. Were you at a show one time?
I go to the Madison Card Show from time to time. Yeah, I don't set up at that one, but I am there.
Do you know Bronco from Baseball Card Illustrated? He doesn't live far from you, does he?
Where's he at?
He lives in Milwaukee.
Not too far away.
Yeah. I have to go back and look.
If they're within 2,000 miles, they're like close. I'll just get in the car.
Well, he does a lot of card shows. I'm sure you probably ran into him. So he does. In fact, he sets up sometimes at Bo's card show down in Madison. So I'm saying all y'all awesome people live in Wisconsin, man. I'm telling you, I need to get up there.
I've been there for let's see, when I go back, late 2019, I left DC.
Yeah. Now I heard you talk one time. Did you live in California at one time?
Yep.
Yeah. You did, and you were at the San Francisco Giants Oakland A's game where they had the earthquake.
Yeah, I was up by Sacramento earlier that day, and I had to come home, so I drove right straight to the game. Went over the Bay Bridge about 4:30 it was earlier than 4:30. I got to the Stick, parked, and I had season tickets at the Stick. So I got up to my seat in center field upper deck, section 302, sitting there waiting for the other two people to show up in their seats. And then it started. Just back and forth. It was this way. It wasn't, there's two types of earthquakes. There's rolling earthquakes and there's jolts. This was a rolling earthquake. And it was rocking. And all I could think was, well, if I go down, I'm in the upper deck.
Yeah.
I'll be on top. You know, I mean, that's really what I thought. You know, I thought, all right,
Yeah.
where are we going to go? So that it seemed like forever. 5/17, October 17th, 1989.
You know where I was? I can remember exactly where I was. I was in my house sorting baseball cards, and it was about 7:58 p.m. here on the East Coast. And I was sorting cards sitting on my floor, and I had like a black and white television. My parents had me my own television, and I turned it on to watch the game. And I can remember them saying the game. And they do the intros, and then they went. You know, they then come on 2 seconds later. And go, this game has been delayed. There's been an earthquake, and I'm like, what? And I just was glued to my television the whole night, like, what is happening? And then you go to the news and you see that horrible, the bridge where that car was riding down the road, and it just people just
that was the Bay Bridge where they tried jumping over. The worst part was the Bay Bridge. That was really the only fatality on the Bay Bridge, but it was the double decker freeway in Oakland that had all the deaths where one collapsed on top of the other, but you realized for a while because you couldn't tell. Yeah. But after the earthquake had finished, the place erupted in cheers.
Wow.
I mean, the whole place just went crazy going because, earthquake, it's Oakland and San Francisco.
Yeah.
So, it was kind of crazy.
And it was a big robbery game, too. That was a time where McGuire and Canseco were at their peak. And you had, Will Clark and all them on San Francisco. And
Bobby Thompson. Kevin Mitchell. And you had
Kevin Mitchell. Yeah, I mean, it was just a big matchup. Like, I was a big Mark McGuire fan. So that's one of the reasons why I tuned into it. Because, like, y'all don't know this, but I probably have more Mark McGuire cards than any player that I collect in my entire collection. I just love Mark McGuire as a kid. And I don't talk about it a lot, because I'm always usually talking about Dale Murphy, but I love Mark McGuire as a kid, and I still do. I even all the scandal and all that, but I was just a huge fan of him. So I was turning in to watch that game, and I remember that I was like, man, that's got to be. It was just a wild night on. I mean,
well, it was crazy because they weren't sure what to do. The place was still standing. Although I will say I had a phone call about 5 months ago, and someone said to me on the phone, we were just watching a documentary on the earthquake game. Is that you holding a piece of candlestick? To which I replied, I cannot confirm nor deny that.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That's awesome.
I don't know what you're talking about. So what they were actually, one of the memorabilia things, the post office was at games 1 and 2 in Oakland. And then they were at the other games in Candlestick, and they were doing day of stamped cards. So it says game 3, October 17th, 1989. So I actually have that game, then I have the makeup game, but they took your ticket stub because you had to bring it back for the reissue when they did the game, so you didn't get to keep your ticket. I did make a color copy of it. And then game 4 and 5. So I picked up 1 and 2 from somebody that had them from Oakland. So there is a series of U.S. stamped dates, game 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 5, which is pretty cool.
That is. What's the value? That's got to be very valuable, right? I mean, that's got to be like a collector's item.
They did quite a few, and people don't collect them too much. So you can find them on eBay once in a while, but they're pretty cool. Unless they only did them at the ballpark. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what I was thinking. I bought a bunch of them before.
Well, I've seen where ticket stubs are really starting to become a real collectible, and that's why I asked about value, because like I've seen where like people are selling, they're almost like selling cards where they're selling ticket stubs, and they're almost like collecting like cards in a way. The value of them that they're getting real popular.
You're starting to see more ticket stubs at card shows, and not just for sporting stuff. You're starting to see concerts too.
Concerts too. Wow,
that's cool. That's not my forte.
Me either. I do. Yeah, I mean, I'm more into cards and like Beckett's and stuff like that. I was into toys and figures, but like I don't know. I mean, a lot of times when we had ticket stubs, we just threw them out in the trash when we had done the game.
Well, that's why they're so valuable, because people did they cost them.
Yeah.
And if it's from a memorable concert or a game, if it's a memorable game, you'll find a lot more of those available online and at the show. You are starting to see. Now, I didn't go to the National this year, so I don't know what was going on in that particular field. but that's kind of where I gravitated toward oddball things. Kind of like if you go back to the 1800s and the tobacco cards, I picked up a General Lee and a General Grant and another card. I was driving in Harrisburg and I was using my phone to bid on it. And I accidentally bid way more than I really could afford to pay, but I got it for way cheaper than I thought I did. But
there you go.
I got them graded, and they were the king. I thought they'd come back as authentic because there were 3 cards and they were in a steamer trunk, glued underneath. But someone had peeled them off, and the fronts were in okay shape. The backs had some lost paper. So it still came back as an SGC1, which I was shocked. So I said, so then I picked up another set. So I said, all right, I'll sell those and keep these. So it's kind of like I'll keep things for a while and I'll get bored and move on and, to something else. Cool. That's kind of my collecting habit.
I'm with you.
That was fine. Let's move on.
I've been like that before. I'm with you. We had somebody else. Budget Rips Brian in the house, man. Budget Rips is a great guy. He's always finding great deals, and he's got a giveaway going on. He just had one like a week or so ago. So go if y'all haven't entered that yet, go enter it. If you don't know if it's entered or not, but I ended it. Oh, I just had a political ad, says Nikki 2 times. I really have tried to cut down on my ads this week, y'all. I went and said last week I had it on like high. This week I went down to medium. So y'all, I hope I can cut down the ads this week. I'm so sorry about that, y'all. So thank y'all for helping me make those 2 cents. I appreciate every penny, but I did try to cut that back.
This stream presented by Honey.
I did love it. There's 2 things I love here on YouTube. One is when you're doing like a vertical live stream and people put in the chat what they see when they swipe up,
Oh, yeah.
And then also like it when people tell me what political ads, no, just what ads they see when they do this. It's kind of funny to see what they put in there.
And it's ironic that you say that because all the photography that I'm doing, I'm covering a conference in 2 weeks where I'm actually speaking on social media. the silly people want me to talk. I'm like, oh, you fools! What are you thinking at 8:30 in the morning? and they're getting continuing education credit.
There you go. That's awesome.
So I'm like, all right, maybe I'll just go rip cards for the whole hour.
There you go. Yeah. There you go. There's something I just saw here on the chat. Sorry, I've not been following the chat that well, but where was it at? Barry says he hasn't seen the first ad. Says just have smoke and cursing. You can't run ads like my last stream. Shout out to Spontex Live though. I really love
it. It's time for creative cursing. Let's go. We'll kill the ads right away.
Daryl says not too many ads. There you go. Okay, maybe. Well, Miami is bad. Yes, Miami Buffalo just scored again. They're up 31-7. Man, they're looking like Buffalo's warming up tonight. They're getting ready. Looking good tonight. So Miami's having a rough night, but it's a long season, so we'll see what happens there.
So it's not that many weeks.
That's what I thought about my Falcons. My Falcons lost this weekend to the Steelers, and I'm not giving up hope on them. So there's a lot of football to play. Yeah,
I will tell you one of my worst buys was definitely an NFT of Desmond Ritter.
Oh,
I'm not going to really get rid of this thing. Damn.
They can't even get rid of him in Arizona now. They did get rid of him. I think he's a backup, and they got rid of him.
Yeah, well, that was a waste of $20.
Yeah,
was I paid for it?
Yeah. Man, I pulled a select die cut of Desmond Ritter, and I was like so pumped. I think that thing's like, I need to take that out of a sleeve. That don't even deserve a sleeve anymore. It's
funny how that happens, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. I was thinking about this in my collection the other day. Like when I put stuff in sleeves and top loaders, at the time they're valuable. I really need to start going through my stuff and seeing which ones I need to take out. That maybe these guys like are busts and they really aren't top loader worthy, or sleeve worthy even.
Right.
For sure. I did take all my Wander Francos out of top loaders. I've already
You
done
know,
that, y'all.
I'm so bummed I pulled so many good Wander Francos. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
wallpaper now.
Yeah.
It's like crazy.
Those are going to the commons.
Yeah, not even that at this point. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I remember, so when I was a kid, I collected, but then we moved, and my mom threw out all my shoebox of all my cards. Like, of course you did. Luckily, I didn't like Mickey Mantle, so I know I didn't lose any of those. It would have been on my bike spokes. So then I collected again, probably in the 70s for a bit. And I kind of didn't pay a lot of attention. But then in the 90s, I started collecting. 80s and 90s, I guess it was. And actually, I was, there was a guy in San Francisco, what was his name? Bo Wang? I don't think about what it was. Anyway, he's having shows at Moscone. And so there's two stories for this show. So I went to the show, ran into a guy from Tampa whose son had a store in Tampa. He was buying stuff for the store. And there used to be a guy called Mark the Kid, and he sold all unopened stuff. Somehow he had come across a brick that wasn't open from the factory, sitting on an attic somewhere, of tobacco card boxes.
Oh wow!
And so he was selling them for, what was he selling them for? 10,000 a piece. You could buy the whole brick for 100,000. And so the guy from Tampa is looking at me. I go, well, if I didn't want to get a divorce, I'd probably buy it. And I'm getting divorced. You should have bought the damn thing. But it was interesting because then you could have opened it would have been probably the only time in history to open sealed tobacco cards. But the thing is, you don't know what the temperature was like. You don't know the room you're not inside. So it's one of those things where you just don't open them.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna take the rest somewhere down the road. So
well, even stuff in the 70s. You know, I was watching Jabs. What was it, about a year or two ago? I think you watched that one where he opened up some stuff in the 70s, and even if it was what's that company that guarantees the sealed product?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, from India.
Yeah, and it still had like all these water stains on it and stuff. And he was trying to he had to take it back, try to get his money back, and it was a real mess. And I was like, oh man, and that's the real chance you take when you rip stuff from like the 70s, because you don't know.
Well, it is, because what I started doing, I started buying unopened packs. So I bought a ton of 79s, 78s, 74s. I bought a 70. What year was it? I bought a PSA 9 actually of an unopened pack from 72 or 73, because up to 72 they came in series. After that, then the whole year was printed at once. So up to 72 they had series 1 through 5. So then I bought a 68 series 3-pack, and I just got too chicken. I held on to it for a while. I wanted to open it. I thought, nah, I'm gonna move it up.
Yeah.
I can see opening and getting garbage. I'm going, you know what, I'm gonna move it on. But I was,
and then you spend all that money, and you're like, man,
Well, it was cool to have the PSA 9. I think it was a 70. Might have been 74. It was a PSA 9, and so that was pretty cool. I'm like, you still get weary about it. So I resold, like, at that time for $3 something. God knows what they are now.
Well, I tell you today, I love sealed product, and when we were out on the sports card hunt, I would buy some to rip, and then I'd buy some to keep in the sealed collection, and I still keep all my sealed. I don't know, with a CT scan and stuff, it gets me worried. If it ever, it is, and it gets me worried about like whether I can resell this at some point, but still maybe one. And if it gets bad enough or it becomes, the value of it really drops, then I'll just probably rip it here on the channel. So either way, it's all good.
Well,
I do love it.
I still have product from 2021. Most of the other stuff I've moved on or ripped it. But I still have 20 and 21, some 22 still. That's the same thing. You can't, I've been selling at the show. It's just, or trading. You have to trade it for stuff. And go, let's get rid of this and move on to something else. Especially 21, because, right? Yeah. 21. You can't read the darn things, It's just
21 Topps was hard to read the names on the baseball card. Yeah.
You could flip it over, it's still terrible.
Yeah. I remember that. It was a tough read on that year. I remember Papa J Cards ripping that back in the day, and he could not read the names of those players. He would sit there, he would misread every one of them back in the day. I'm like, oh, poor Papa J.
Well, that's where I like John Gems. That's where I like the
Yeah.
best in life. Yeah, this guy. Yeah, this guy. That's what I go for. I'm all about that.
Yeah. He finds some
Perfect. That
cool
one.
stuff. Like I love watching him when he finds this like old school Ghostbusters toys
Yeah.
and some of the old school stuff from my childhood. I love some of that cool stuff he finds
I actually
out
have
there.
something in a car. I have something in a car for him to drop off. I was going to try to do it on the way out, but I didn't have a chance to. So I might try to do it on the way back. That I picked up at the El Paso Antique Mall, actually, on the discount table. So
I'll give a shout out to Blaze One Sports in the house. Thank you, Blaze One, for stopping by, man. Great guy. Great guy. Great guy on the sports card hunt as well. I remember him back in the day. Yeah.
Cool deal. So let's see what else. There's so much going. So you were talking a lot about Joe Montana last week.
Mm-hmm.
And he used to live by my store in San Francisco. Actually, he lived over at that time in 83, 84, part of 85. Lived in Crocker Galleria, and I can say that now because I live there. So I was on Pier 39. I had my store, and the associate that was working for me had a side business. Let's just say he was pre-NFL.
Okay.
So he had Montana was hurt, so he was home. He didn't travel with the team.
Yeah.
And so Richard had just taken a phone call. Well, so why are you doing this out of the store? Do this at home. I don't want to get busted. So he had just taken a bet against the Niners. 5 minutes later, Montana walks in with Jennifer. and I look at Richard. Hey, Richard, tell Jen about that phone call.
One of the greats, man. I love Joe Montana, but I was really on. I got to see him play one time in Atlanta Fulton County Stadium against the Falcons. And my dad got 50-yard seats, and it was one of my favorite games. That and watching Larry Bird as a kid were probably two of my favorite athletes I ever saw in person. I mean, they were great.
Larry Bird, what a legend.
Oh, yeah. He could shoot threes like I had never seen before as a kid. I remember going in the Omni watching him play Dominique, and he just shot after shot. He would hit those threes, and I was like, man, I was so amazed by Larry Bird as a kid. He was just amazing. And look, I'm a Hawks fan, so I'm like cheering against them, and I'm a Falcons fan, and I was cheering against Joe Montana, but I was just amazed. Athletically, these guys were so talented, and they were just such good players.
Check out the chat. 2 is down.
Oh no! It's gone commercial. I must have missed that. Oh my gosh, that's bad because he's already had a couple of head injuries too. Oh man,
that's like Swag saying.
Wow, that is. That's
well. And I saw Daryl was talking. I didn't get a chance to see that Jets game, but the fact that Rodgers made it more than 4 plays, it's good. That's good.
Yeah, he made it past the first quarter.
The first series.
Yeah. Well, Purdy, I tell you, 49ers didn't look like they lost anything. Purdy was throwing down the field. They looked good the other night. I watched that game a little bit as well.
Crazy. Well, it's funny because I drive right past the Giants training facility once in a while. So when Rodgers was first coming over, I thought I should grab some cheese curds from home, and when I drive by, they're dropping off with his name on them. and a 12-pack. Cheese curds and a 12-pack for Rodgers.
Oh man,
help a brother out,
That's right. But let's see. Tua went down again. Yeah, that's what Vince is saying. I got for. Yeah, Sis says, remember the smirks I got for, I remember this, smirks for getting stacking Purdy rookies. Yeah. And you know what? I remember I pulled a mosaic green Tua rookie, and it was the week after he lost an NFC championship. And I remember pulling that card live here on the channel, and it dropped. It was like $200 one week, and the week that I pulled it, it went down to $50. And I remember saying, I'm going to keep this card because I still think he's going to have a good second year. And I remember people really doubting me about that, going, oh, I don't think he's going to do that. No, he's a one-time thing. Well, I'll tell you last year.
Desmond Ritter.
Yeah, let's see. What's that guy Jeff Wilson always uses? They give Jeff Wilson a hard time about the Florida quarterback. What's that dude's name? Oh, my God. I can't think of it right off the top of my head. But
for Jacksonville?
No, he used to be the quarterback at Florida, and I can't think of the guy's name, but they give him all every. Oh, well, forget about it. I'm gonna. If I think I've lost time, but Purdy, I'll talk about Purdy here. Purdy had a great second year. I mean, he took him to the Super Bowl. 2 years. This guy's taking his team to an NFC Championship and a Super Bowl. And look, his rookie cards were not long ago. You can still get packs of his stuff. I'm going into GameStop and find a Chronicle rookie card in
there. That one. Yeah.
Yeah. Every pack I pull of those, I get a Purdy rookie, y'all. And I think I'm putting those in top loaders because I'm like, man, I mean, he's
well,
2 seasons. Tell me another quarterback that's doing that. Why CJ Stroud didn't take his team to the AFC Championship?
Well, look at the system he's in too.
Yeah.
It's part of the system too. It's people, the system, and him, the three. I mean, if you look at the Niners.
Will Greer, that's it. Will Greer, there it is.
There you go.
Will Greer, thank you, Daryl.
The Niners had Montana. Then they had Steve Young. But when they had Montana, because there wasn't the financial situation from the league, they had Montana, they had Young, and the third quarterback, you remember who that was? Matt Cavanaugh, who could have also started for any NFL team. I mean,
yeah,
they were unstoppable just because they had that position so deep built. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. San Francisco, every year they put out a good team. I don't even remember a year where they haven't had are they pulling him out on the stretcher? Wait a minute. No, that's old games.
Yeah, I don't have the TV on.
No, I don't know. I'm a little confused about what's going on. I don't know. They got another quarterback in it. They're about to score. Oh my gosh. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, he's okay. He is walking though. Tua is walking, so they didn't carry him off on the stretcher. Yeah, he is walking. It looks like he's well. He just got knocked around a little bit. Looks like he is on his own feet and he looks fine. Maybe he just got knocked around a little bit.
Well, there's so much speed in the game; it's hard to tell what's going on.
Yeah, and if you get carried off on a stretcher, you're done for the night. But if you're walking on your own into the locker room, he looked coherent. So. Now they got a backup quarterback.
They tell me I look coherent too. Look at me, I'm not coherent.
They say the same about me too, Derek. So it's all good.
I'm not coherent. What do you think? I have flashing lights going on all day with photography. I'm like, what do I see? What do I see? I'm clueless.
This is great, y'all. Yeah. So they're down. They're about to score. Who is this guy? Thompson? I don't even know who this guy is. Their quarterback. I never even heard of him. Well, they need a good backup quarterback because Tua got hurt last year. You'd think Miami would have picked up somebody, that has some good experience as a backup, knowing that Tua gets hurt all the time.
Well, that's a great play for the NFL right now. Is go if you have unknown backups, go buy their cards. They're dirt cheap. What have you got to lose? Go to card shows, pick up their cards, get some autos, and just sit on them.
Yep. Because you never know when one's going to pop,
Nope. No, you have no idea. You don't know what's going to happen when. It's like anytime.
That's what I'm watching Sports Card Investor. You'll see these cards that'll pop up in the top 5. He does the top 5 on Tuesdays. And, you see these guys that were just common cards like a week ago, and then they do something incredible. And their cards 4 times, 5 times overnight. And so, like you're saying, Dirk, is get these guys that are backups, and you never know what they might do. They might get that chance to play and become stars, And look at Smith at Seattle. I mean, there's a good example of one right there.
Well, even if they play a quarter because of the internet, you can throw them up on eBay, and they can be sold within 5 minutes. But that's how quick the market is. It's becoming that game of, all right, let's see what's going on. So,
definitely market movers as well. I really had a good time. I got to go down to Cards HQ a couple weeks ago, and I got to go in there. And one of my favorite things was the studio they have there where they film market movers, and it's behind a glass. And I've watched Market and Jeff Wilson's top, and to see it live, person, the studio there, and they have this little studio in there, and it's all set up, and you're sitting there looking. It's all these different cameras and all this, and I'm like, man, and this says live taping for YouTube. And I'm like, man, this sure beats my live taping of YouTube, which is usually my iPhone and me in a chair.
Well, it's funny that you say that because that's what I ended up going to school for is radio, TV, and film. Yeah. And my first radio job was actually at a 50,000-watt country western station outside of Chicago.
Oh, wow.
It was pretty funny, yeah. So that's what I went to school for. But I steered toward radio because I have a face for radio. That's where I went. I'm going the safe route. I'm not going on TV. But YouTube, that's kind of why you don't see a lot of what's going on when I'm doing my YouTube stuff. It's like, all right, well, what's the point of that? I'm trying to gain viewers, not lose
them. Well, y'all, Dirk has gained them, and he's gonna be gaining more because it's one of my favorite channels. And y'all, if you're just like on a Friday night or Saturday night, you're hanging around the house, you want to go somewhere to hang out and have some great conversation, go hang out with Dirk on a sunset or my favorite is when you're on sunsets are made like you had a sunset was it last week? It was just absolutely amazing with the skies. It sounds like you were at a lake or somewhere like that because you hear some people in the background that were camping or something. I was. Yeah. One of was about. I don't know. I wasn't going to put this on in the chat, but like there was somebody back there that was about to get in the shower or something like that. I heard them talking.
The first night, there's a bar down. It was, I think, Labor Day weekend, and there's a bar down the shore a little while, and this guy was playing, and it was horrible. I'm like, oh my god, copyright claim. Plus, it's bad. I'm gonna have to drop this out, you know. So
it was great. It was great. It was sunset. Yeah, it was awesome. It was a great sunset, and it really was awesome. And you've been out storm chasing too, which has been awesome.
Yep. Well, you know what? This year I've been the lazy man storm chaser. It's like I look at the weather and go, oh look, it's coming right for me. I think I'll go get ready for it. So I've done that like 3 times. But one week, I guess a couple months ago, it was sunny out, and all of a sudden the tornado sirens went off, and I'm like, what's going on? So I just ran down, grabbed my gear, ran to the car, and off I went to wherever the heck I was going. I had no idea at that point because nothing on radar was showing. Why are the sirens going off? Who got drunk and went out and rang the alarm, you know?
Yeah. That's awesome. Shout out to Aaron Sports Cars and Things. Thanks for stopping by, Aaron. You're awesome. Aloha Friday, and I look forward to watching that tomorrow night as well. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate y'all stopping by, y'all. And if you're not subscribed to Dirk, his channel's in the description below. Like I said, and me and Dirk are going to get together because other night he was messaging, we're going to do a thing where Zach the Frugal Gardener and Dirk we're on 2 different time zones sometimes. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a Friday live stream where I have a sunset and then Dirk does one right after me because he's like an hour behind me. So we're going to do one of those Fridays coming up. Yeah.
It'll be New Year's Eve, but it'll be sunset.
Yeah. Well, it's getting earlier and earlier now. You know, down here. Yeah.
Like an hour sooner by the end of the month. And then you get the time change. Then you have the time change, the hour movement. And I'm like, oh my God, that's brutal. But what's happened where I go do that sunset at the lake, there's actually a restaurant across the street. And that's what you heard all the commotion was that one night. The people are coming out just getting hammered. I'm like, ugh. You know, and then if you watch my time lapses, they'll like get in the way of the camera. I'm like, I gotta move the camera somewhere because it's not working.
I like when you go out in like some field, like out in the middle of nowhere. Yeah. You're out there, like out in the middle. That's awesome. That really is really cool when you do that.
Getting eaten up by bugs.
Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? That's the thing. We were doing one, what was it, 2 or 3 weeks ago, me and my daughters, and I couldn't get them to stop complaining on the camera about the bugs. And I'm like, girls, if you don't like, just go get in the truck because they wouldn't even like in the truck. You're fine, you know. And I don't get for some reason. I wear pants all the time. I don't get bug bitten that often. So there's something I don't know what it is, but I just don't. And so I told them, I said no, and they want to stay out there. And I was like, come on, because they love being on YouTube. Like they want their own YouTube channel.
I never would have guessed that from the Target parking lot video.
Yes, the hamster she wants to rename this channel the Hamster Channel. I mean,
because she was in the background, just completely being a ham.
Yeah. She. In fact, I've called her lately, trying to make her own shorts, and yeah. The other day, I let her use my phone while I was working at the farm, and I come back, and she had my phone, and she had already filmed a short she was going to put on my shorts, but she didn't know how to download it. She had filmed it. And she had it in the YouTube studio, but she didn't know how to download it. And I was like, okay, well, time to stop. And I took it and I deleted it.
I'll tell you a funny story about that. So my dad also was a photographer. He has corporate life. He was also a photographer. and he did a lot of movie stuff. So as a kid, what I would do is take a Super 8 camera at the farm, and I'd run around. He would do something, and the camera would be set down. I'd grab the camera and go around and do stuff around the farm and put it back where it was. So when he would get it later, he'd come across. Well, these chickens look awful. These chickens have the munchies. What is up with that?
Well, she got a no idea. She's in band right now, so she got a new clarinet now. So now she has some entertainer out at the farm. But sometimes I'll let her, supervise. Like I'll let her, watch some YouTube shorts on the phone. And so, but she's got a clarinet now, so now she can go out to the farm. I told her the only time I want her playing that is out at the farm. We're not in the house where I'll go deaf, but at the farm, there's plenty of pasture land out there. You can go play that clarinet as loud as you want. Nobody's going to hear you. So, she's been doing that. So it's got her something to do.
You and I are going to have a talk offline about her being in band with the
yeah.
Not that I would know or anything.
I'm a sports guy. Like growing up in high school, I wasn't a band person. Look, I was playing sports. Yeah. I didn't know anything about band. So this is my first interaction. I knew the band played at halftime, and I always liked, man, I have a huge respect for band. Like, but I never was, that always was on the field playing or in the game. So, but I love the band. Like UGA band is like my favorite. When I was at Georgia, I would stay after the games to hear the band play because I just love the band. And I'm really excited to see her get some interest, into hobbies. She doesn't like, I have too many hobbies, y'all. I mean, this is one of them, garden and farm. You see, like I have 2 YouTube channels. I have way too many interests and hobbies, and it kind of sometimes they get in the way, and I got to be careful. But I'm trying to get her to develop some hobbies and interests like I do. And that's been good for her. It's got her something she's excited about and pumped about. And so I'm really trying to develop that in her, which is good as well. Oh, we got a great guy just stopped by here. Firebox Breaks. Keith is back. He had a great video this week. Y'all go check it out. I dropped by the premiere. He's ripping some fire hockey. He's taking a little bit of a break, but he's back, and I'm super pumped to see Keith back here. One of my favorite hockey box breakers here in the house is Keith, and Firebox Breaks. Let's go. Thanks for stopping by, Keith, man. One of the greats. With all that running that I do, as they say, I get eaten alive by mosquitoes. I'm hoping I'm immune to the diseases they carry. I am too. Matty Ice, I don't get bit by running. That's a funny thing. I went and ran 4 miles Saturday and 2 miles. I ran at like 7, it was late in the evening this week. And I didn't get bit because when we're out in these fields, what they did is they just cut my fields I have a guy that comes in. I let him cut the fields for hay, and then he has these big bales of hay out there. And so when that usually happens, that's when I see the most bugs, is because they just cut that, and you get a lot of.
Are they doing square bales, or are they doing rounds?
They do round. And the thing is, I know they're making a ton of money off that, but the thing is, I don't have to mow that. It's easy to make. People are like, why don't you make your own money off? I'm like, no, I don't care, because I don't have to spend the money to go out there and the time to mow the grass. Right. It saves me a ton of time and money.
I'll tell you what, farming. One of my grandparents were farmers. So my dad was growing up on a farm. So when we bought a farm when I was a kid and moved to it, it was hysterical because I got stuck with the one actually having the farm. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So Dad comes home from work from Chicago one night. He goes, Dirk, come out to the end of the land. I had just plowed. Maybe I was plowed. I'm not sure. So we walk out to the end of the land, and you should see the rows are like this. Like he says, "Were you doing something before you started plowing today?" He accused me of being an agriculturist at one point.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know if you saw it in the chat. We had Barry says Zach outruns the mosquitoes. No, that's not true. Be honest with you, Matty Ice probably outruns the mosquitoes. I'm a very slow runner. I was a good runner for a while, but I've gotten fat over the last couple of years, eating too much ice cream and watching YouTube videos. So I'm trying to get myself back into shape, and I'm hoping next year on the 4th of July, I run the Peachtree Road Race, which is 6.2 miles. I'm trying to get myself back in. That's why I'm running this 5K. Matty Ice can run. I've watched Matty Ice video. Matty Ice has some awesome videos where he shouts out people on his run. So I know Matty Ice is he's running one of those big marathon things. So and then said Matty Ice says, "No, my blood." Yeah. So man, super pumped about having
the only place I'm running to is the store. That's it.
Yeah. He's running to storms, y'all. Dirk is running to the near storm. Y'all better look out because he's gonna find that sunset in storm. That's where he's running to right now.
We're gonna find me. Hey, I tell you what, I'm gonna grab this pack.
Yeah, you ready? You want to go full screen? I'm gonna let you rip it. You ready?
Whatever you want to do.
Okay, I'm gonna put you on the big screen right here.
God, no, not that. Anything but that.
Well,
we're trying to keep viewers, Zach, not losing.
Here, I'm gonna do this here. I'm gonna move you over. How about that? And then somehow I'm not being able to do it.
Let's see if I can get this together. Last time when I Google last one, I tried to open it and see what I was looking. So that's gonna hold these puppies up. You tell me who they are. I have no idea.
Nick Chubb, 50 miles, October 12th. I'll post Matty Ice is gonna run 50 miles. Good grief. Amazing. Oh man. Let's see. Justin Jefferson. You had your first one, Nick Chubb, former Georgia Bulldog, Cedartown, Georgia. Let's go. I love Nick Chubb. Kyle Hamilton for the Baltimore Ravens.
Actually, someone that I an associate that I actually photographed him. His best friend actually owns the Ravens.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I've heard some pretty fun stories.
Let's see. Butker, is that a kicker?
Looks like it. That or a ballet dancer. That or a ballet dancer. I don't know.
Yeah. Shout out to kickers, y'all. Geno Smith. There you go. That's awesome. That's what I was talking about. Like Geno Smith was kind of washed up, and then look what happened. He was a backup, and look what he's been doing at Seattle. There's Russell Wilson. He was injured for Pittsburgh, didn't get to play. Justin Fields went in there and beat my Falcons. He'll be back, I'm sure. Michael Thomas for the Saints. Saints beat the Panthers big time this weekend. They killed. Cool. They're the Panthers. There's Miles Sanders for the Panthers.
Yeah, he's contenders. Actually, I remember in 2020 buying 3 boxes, I think, of contenders at Target. And I was actually home when I ripped it. And I'm going through, and I didn't even notice I had pulled a 1-of-1 trout, a gold trout.
Oh, wow.
So I sent in the PSA, and they came back an 8. I'm like, really? An 8? What the heck? I sold it, I guess, probably in the last 8 months. I finally sold it.
Mike Evans right there.
I don't know what's going on with Trout right now.
Yeah, he's been injured a lot. There's the Nick Chubb. You pulled that one. That was your first one right there.
No, that's a duplicate.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, there you go.
I love Nick Chubb. Cedartown, Georgia, former Georgia Bulldog. We still love Chubb down here. Mason Reddick for the Nicky 2 times Eagles. Joe Burrow.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, Joe Burrow stuff in Ohio. Oof.
Yeah, I bet it's huge. Jalen Waddle. Yep. He's having a rough night tonight. There he is. You speak of Desmond Ridder, you get Desmond Ridder.
Really? Stick a pin in my eye.
Where's your lighter at, Dirk? Where's your lighter at?
Yeah, right. Room service, can I have a lighter, please?
Yeah.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, there you go. Purdy. Man, all these players we've been talking about tonight. Brought Purdy to the moon. Let's go.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott.
Yeah. We got a double. We got a double.
Oh, now this is the rookie. Okay. Sam Laporta. Oh, that's a good one right there. Who's the other one down there? Michael. That's a good one. Sam Laporta, Detroit. They had a good season. That's the rookie. That's the good one in there. That's your best card right there. Oh, no, this might be, or is that Zach Charbonneau draft class? I think that's
Jason Smith.
Okay, somebody else. I don't know.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, Perch is excited. Laporta, he loves the Detroit Lions. Draft class. Ed Reed, right there. Hammy and Sons in the house. Shout out Hammy and Sons. He was a guest here. Great guy here in the community. Man, it was a real honor to have Hammy and Sons. And one of the great veterans. And thank you to have Hammy and Sons here, one of the great collectors. And y'all go watch his 2 for 22 video. I say this every week because it's really amazing the things he's doing for our veterans. And definitely think about, I didn't say this, did a little short on it. We remember those that passed away on 9/11 this week. And, my daughter's birthday is on 9/11. And so it's kind of a day of one celebration, but also a day of mourning as well. So we think about that day a lot, and I think about all those. That was we think about them on that day. Sorry, Dirk, I interrupt you, but I just want to say that real quick.
Well, since we saw Desmond Ritter, that means one thing.
Yes. I wanted to do that a lot last season. There's a lot of Sundays when I wanted to use a lot of creative cursing at the Falcons for their horrible play last year. It was bad.
Let's open this puppy.
Oh, man, let's go. I'll be pulling Del Murphy right here. Let's go.
So, jeez. Wax. Jeez.
This is my childhood right here, Dirk. This is when I was collecting right here. These are the glory days. I loved Donruss baseball as a kid. I mean, I just loved it. There was nothing better to me than ripping open a pack of Donruss baseball in the 80s.
Man, that wax packaging isn't going to make it. Puzzle piece. All right, here we go. God.
Oh, yeah, this is 90 Donruss right here. You're looking for the Tom Glavine and John Smoltz switch card. There you go. Larry Sheets right there for Baltimore. I like these. I like the red border on them. Some people don't like them, but I like them.
Brett Butler. I tell you, when he played for the Giants.
Yeah. He also played with the Braves. He was great. You know, he's a good TTMer too. Yes, I gotten him back before. He's a great TTMer.
Tell you a story about Candlestick. Well, I should tell you two stories about Candlestick.
Rafael Ramirez, former Atlanta Brave.
If you remember the game where Ozzie slid into Will Clark really hard in St. Louis.
Uh-huh.
It was a bad slide. It was pretty brutal. So we come back to here we go.
Nolan Ryan, there you go. Pulling fire out there.
So they come back to Candlestick for the next series, and I had some signs made. I guess I can say this. This is PG. To say "Flip the Birds." I had three huge signs made. So we were behind the visitor dugout. So we had the upper deck, and there was two of us in the lower deck. So on cue, before the game started, all three of us stood up and turned toward the fans and put the signs up. The entire sections, all the way lower and upper, were flipping off the Cardinals.
That was back in the day where you could put up a banner in the stadium and they would let you do that, you know.
Yeah, well, security came down and said, well, they were laughing. They go, you're inciting a riot. I said, well, you can have the signs, but can we pick them up after the game? And they said, no. Kenny Maldonado, who unfortunately during the playoffs completely was horrible. Ugh.
I remember him back in the day, yeah.
Yeah. Sammy.
Now, is that a Sammy Sosa rookie? It's either a first year or second year. I think that is. Y'all let us know in the chat if that's a Sammy Sosa rookie.
So then I, at a game, I had taken a ton of photographs of Bonds, actually. Just a ton of shots up close. Forgot that I left my camera in a car the next day at work. And someone broke into my car and took the camera. The camera I didn't care about. The film was still in it, though.
Oh,
so
wow.
I lost all those photos. So bummed. So
rookie, yes. Barry says that's his rookie. All right. Pull his rookie. Cool. Yeah.
Thank you, Barry.
There you go. That's all.
Times two. Yeah, this wrapper. Wrappers are worth a lot of money from the 60s and give them a good shape. That's going in the Atlantic City trash.
Yeah.
Along with other trash from Atlantic
Hey, you pulled a Sammy Sosa rookie. That's a pretty good pull.
We'll take that. What do you want to do? You want to do 2020 update or 2020 series 1? You got to rip your 3-packs too, so we got to get to
Yeah. Well, I'm ripping 2 tonight, but yeah. We'll do.
I'll rip 1. And
hold on. I'll go get a third one. Hold on. We got to do 3. It is 3-pack Thursday. Hang on.
All right. Trace Pack Thursday. Let's see here. All right. This is 2020 Series 1. Who are we looking for in here?
All right, I got a third one now.
You got 3?
I got some Topps Trading Card Day pack. We'll rip that.
Oh, there you go. So what have I got here? Let's see here. Who we got there? Oops, let me get over it correctly.
Something Boyd, the Tigers.
Yeah, Matthew Boyd.
I can.
I'm going to put on my reading gloves. What a concept. Idiot. Oh, look.
So honored to have Dirk here with me, y'all. This is a dream come true, man. I'm so pumped. Thank you for coming on tonight, Dirk.
Hey, thanks for inviting me. I'm sorry it took so long to get here, but yeah,
No.
it figures I'm on the road, right? That's what I said. Well, I think I'll be in Atlantic City. Let's just go for it.
Yeah.
Good
night. Good night, Daryl. He's got to get up at 6.
Good to see you. I'll reach out to you, Daryl, because next week I'll be back up your way on Tuesday and Monday, I think.
I can't wait to see this video with you and Daryl at a card show. That'd be awesome. Something I can't. I think you're trying. I think
that was Yates. That was Yates.
I think you're looking for a Bo Bichette rookie in this pack.
All right. That's not him.
No.
we're just gonna go wait. We'll do a John Jeffs. This guy, that guy, hated that guy. That's what we're gonna do.
Aroldis Chapman right there for the Yankees. It's good.
Yeah, I live in New Jersey.
Yeah, looking for Jordan rookie card too. I forgot about
okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Something Smith for the Mariners. Air Jordan.
It's funny. I lived in San Francisco all those years. I got to the World Series, got to the playoffs, got to see them win NFC championships, but never got them to see to win a game. My daughter's seen 3 World Series. Actually, I was supposed to be at the perfect game that Bumgarner pitched. I got sick. I had to watch it from my friend's house down the street from the park. And I'm watching the game going, oh, this stinks. I should have gone. I should have gone. I could have thrown up on people. I don't care.
That's we're going to IHOP next Thursday morning. All collectors, then a show next Saturday.
Next Thursday. Where am I at Thursday? I'm in Westfield on Thursday. Then a show. Yeah, next Saturday I'm in Delaware. But
wow, you're going to Delaware? That's a drive.
Yeah. Well, what's happening? So here's my schedule. I think I still don't know. I kind of know where I'm staying tomorrow night, but I really haven't decided yet. I know I have a reservation, but that doesn't mean anything.
Never know.
I got till 4 o'clock tomorrow to cancel it. I think I'm going to Maryland tomorrow night because there is something at an antique mall that I think I might go finally pull the trigger on.
There's Bo Bichette right there.
Is it there?
With all right. I don't think that's his rookie. I mean, that's his rookie year though. But that's
like father like son.
Yeah,
there could be some funny comments.
You sleeve that one up. I'd sleeve that because I mean, yeah. Ooh, here's the is that Yadier Molina?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, parallel. And our turkey red. My God, can you make the text any smaller? I mean, really?
Pack rips at the IHOP. Let's go. Yeah. I need to do some pack rips at the Waffle House. I have a Waffle House right around the corner from my house.
Waffle House will get disastrous. There'll be tables getting thrown.
Yeah.
I love Waffle House.
Waffle House at 3 a.m. is an exciting place to be.
Yes, it is if you come on. Bear spray.
Yeah.
Become a bear spray. Waffle House is a great place to go at 3 a.m.
Yeah. I was at college. We would go, we'd study all night and then we'd go down to the Waffle House and get like a dinner at like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was so much fun.
See, I can see that. That would be pretty cool. Now we did stupid stuff. So when I was going to Wisconsin, now I also lived down the way, we would go to Madison and just get plowed, not in the field, mind you. And then we'd have a hitchhiking contest to get home, 45 miles away. That's what we did at midnight. We were just completely out of our mind. First person to get back wins,
Yeah. We have IHOP here. I've eaten a couple. I like that when they have sometimes they have the all you can eat pancake specials and stuff. They're good.
Do they really?
They have some good deals.
I like Waffle House. I love just chilling at Waffle House and drinking. Actually, I just sold. It took me longer because I sold on my Mother's Day, but I was home and I didn't have my store out of office thing up. But I had 2 Waffle House coffee mugs I bought at Goodwill. That was one of the good finds I found. It cost me $2, and I think I sold for 16.
Oh wow!
So I originally had sold for 22, but I wasn't home to do the order and ship it out, so I kind of snoozed on that one. I offered, free shipping. I was offered to give away. Was that a good, Nikki? That was a good turkey red. I'm gonna go back and see.
So that was a good turkey red right there.
I think he's calling me a turkey.
And what's so
Yeah.
cool, you know, the first thing I ever opened up on this channel was that 2020 update right there. That's how Zach Sports Cards all started. Yep. Filmed it on during COVID on Christmas Day of 2020, I think it was. And I opened a hanger up. I got it at Target, and it's the first thing I ever opened here on the channel. Yeah.
Crazy. You know, it's funny because I was, because as you know, I'm a musician because I don't have enough to do in my life.
No, because you have a lot of hobbies like me, Dirk. That's why.
I'm totally screwed because being a photographer. All right, how many cameras can I own? And I'm a musician. How much equipment can you have? So it's just I have like a 236 track recorders, a 24 track recorder, all my instruments. It's ridiculous, So it's like, what am I going to drop? So what I've been doing on these road trips is putting music together and dropping it over the road trips. So I'm combining them where I can. It's out of control.
That's awesome.
Totally out of control.
All right, here's what I'm going to do, Dirk. I'm going. You ripped everything.
No, go for it. Get your stuff ripped.
Okay, I'm gonna rip some stuff here. I'm gonna do it like you, Dirk. I'm not gonna go to the studio tonight because I'm kind of feeling lazy. Hang on, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I usually have it where I take this over to the studio, but I really don't want to do that because then I lose y'all. So you're gonna see my nasty office tonight, y'all. There it is. See all the nastiness? Hold on, let me go over here. And you might see my bed frame here. Let me turn this light off. I'll just leave it on there. I hope it doesn't blind y'all. Here, All right, no, that doesn't work.
Actually, the light on. Yeah.
There it is. Okay. So I'm gonna rip 3 packs, and shout out to Mario right there. Always shout out Mario. He helps me with the short. Sorry, y'all. I'm leaning over here. Here's my nasty office. Here, we'll get it up close to y'all.
Barry wants to know where the Bo Beckett is.
Where the Bo Beckett is, yes. That's in a box right up here above all my stuff. I get it out for you, Dirk, but it probably take me 30 minutes to go through it. But
don't worry,
I love that Beckett.
Barry was asking. I know what it looks like. I shipped it.
Yes, I was super pumped when I got that. I couldn't
believe it. You won. I was like, awesome.
Appreciate it. Because I love Beckett's as a kid. Like I had a subscription and I couldn't wait till I went out my mailbox and got my latest edition of Beckett. I absolutely love collecting Beckett's. And I really, there are things that I like collecting, like Sports Illustrated's, Beckett's, G.I. Joe Transformers, and Star Wars comics. And I mean, those are like some of my favorite things that readable, magazine stuff that I loved as a kid. And I just loved how, on Beckett's, you had the player on the front and the back. And then I always was going in there trying to look up the value of my cards because, we do as kids growing up, money wasn't the most important thing about cards, but it was always cool if you had a valuable card.
Exactly.
And you were always trying to see what your collection was worth. And that was the fun of it. Like some people I don't know. I hear people say, all you care about is money. It isn't about that. It was just like you wanted to have like a card that went up and it kind of was cool to have value. Cards are not all about value. There's a lot of sentimentality to it. But it is fun when you have a card that goes up in value. I mean, who doesn't?
Oh, well, it kind of adds. It just adds to it.
Yeah. Okay, y'all. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna open up a Topps trade card day. We got this. There's C.J. Abrams on the front. We're gonna open this Bowman pack I got here from Bowman. This is a retail pack I got at Champion Sports Cards in Marietta, Georgia. And then to finish it off, I got a hobby pack of Big League. You know how I got this pack, Dirk?
How?
If you're ever in Atlanta, go to Jeff Wilson's store and Cards HQ, and you go in his store, bring your phone, and you do a survey, and they will give you a free pack. So this pack is compliment. There's hobby right there on it of Jeff Wilson. Thank you, Jeff Wilson. We've been talking about him tonight. I really appreciate your free pack.
So, is that downtown?
Huh?
He's in the suburb.
He's right near the Braves Stadium, right outside of Atlanta.
South of town. Okay.
Yeah, if you go right about when you're going into Atlanta, we have the perimeter 285 that goes around. Okay, right at about. What's that?
We call that the nightmare.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. Yes, it is. The traffic wise, it's a nightmare. But right where 75 and 285 meet, up in the northern end, is where the Braves Stadium is, and his store, y'all, is within like a few miles of the Braves Stadium. So if you're ever coming to Atlanta to go to the Braves game, go over to Jeff Wilson. You can make it like a day event. Like you could go over to his Cards HQ and then catch the Braves game after that. And I mean, you could. I used to live over there for a while back in the early 2000s. I used to not. In fact, I lived like a few miles from where Jeff Wilson's store is. I used to have I had a 1-bedroom studio apartment in a basement of an apartment complex there when I worked at Atlanta Botanical Gardens. But those were back in the day. Now I live way up in the hills, almost near Tennessee. But here we go. We're going to rip this Topps trading card pack right here. You can pull autos out of these, y'all. This is the first line. Henry S. in the house. Thank you. Thank you, Henry S. I really appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, you can put autos out of this. We're starting off with C.J. Abrams right there for Washington Nationals. Braves beat them this week. And then our next card is Julio Rodriguez right here. J-Rod. Here we go. And our next one is Bobby Witt Jr. Now, he's had a great season this year, y'all. Bobby Witt Jr. are going up in value. Dirk, do you have any Bobby Witt Jr.'s?
What's that?
Do you have any Bobby Witt Jr. rookie cards?
I do.
They're going up. They're going up in value, y'all.
And
then yeah. That's what Raiders are not going up. And then Corbin Carroll, I don't know. Is Corbin Carroll? I think he's been struggling this year in the second year.
You know what's funny about that? Remember those boxes I found in West Virginia? The what was those Topps boxes? Platinum. So I bought 5 of them, and I shipped 3 to J Bob in California, and I kept 2, and I ripped them. Didn't find anything.
Wow!
I thought.
Yeah.
I go back and I look, and I had a Corbin auto.
No, you did not.
But I didn't. You know, we didn't think anything of it because a couple of years ago, who cared?
Yeah, it wasn't.
As soon as it got popular, like that's going on eBay.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good value card.
Pay for that overpriced box.
And then here we go. We got Corey Seager out there. So I don't know. That wasn't the best of pack, but guess what? It was free. Exactly. So I'm not going to complain, That was the Topps trading card day is one of my favorite. Next year, y'all, I'm going to make it even bigger. This year, I think we go to 5 local card shops. I think next year I'm going to try to hit 8 to 10. I'm going to try to do as many. I'm going to try to hit every card shop that I can in one day next year. Y'all stay tuned to that. It's going to be an epic day.
That works.
Yep. So here we go. We're going to rip some Bowman. We're looking for Bowman first. We're looking for Dylan Cruz right there on the front. There aren't any autos in this. That's why it was $2. He told me that you can get Bowman first, but you can't get any autos out of this. So still, that's okay.
Yeah, you
all right.
Something out of it.
Yeah. So we're going to start off with a rookie card right here. Here's Indy Rodriguez right here. And then we have Mason Wynn right here for the Cardinals. Okay. Our next one is Colton Cowser rookie card for the Orioles. Orioles are having a good season this year, right?
They were killing for a while there.
Yeah, I think they were in first place last I saw. Novel Marte for the Reds right there. Shout out Cincinnati. Bobby Witt Jr. There we go. I'll take that. And then here's Luke Kishel of the Twins. We haven't gotten to our first. Here's our first. Here's a Bowman first. Ismael Valicinia right here of the Astros. There's a Bowman first. So we'll put that over the side. I like to sleeve up my first because you never know if they'll be big stars.
Well, that's exactly. Put them away.
You put them away. Your Bowman first. There's Rock Riggio. Here's our Chrome right here. We got Max Wagner. And then I like this one right here. This is my favorite one. Drew Jones right here.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. And Drew Jones, I love Drew Jones. He's from Atlanta, and he's a local kid. And so I put Drew Jones away because I'm collecting him. I hope he has a good career. All right, so there's that pack. Now here's our free pack from Jeff Wilson. Shout out! Oh, we got some new people stopped in here in the chat. Sorry, y'all didn't shout. We got Alex J's Mix in the house. Thank you, Alex.
In the chat. Hey, Alex.
J's Mix is a great supporter in this community. All right, so this is compliments of Jeff Wilson, y'all. So if you're ever in Atlanta, you go into Cards HQ, you'll go up to the front desk and you'll ask them, hey, say, what will you give me for doing a free customer survey on your Facebook page and good review? And if you do that, you go in there, they'll give you a free hobby pack. It said there's a big sign in there that says it too. So I saw that it was on Topps Trading Card Day, and not only did I get a free pack, a trading card, Topps Trading Card pack, and I also spent $10 and got my free Ellie De La Cruz card, but I also got a free pack as well. It was a win-win. Enjoyed my trip down there to Cards HQ right there. And it's Hobby. See that Hobby logo, y'all? Look at that. See that Hobby right there. All right, here we go. Let's see what we get out of this.
I think the last time I was in Atlanta, I was in Duluth, Snellville. Where else did I have to go? There are like 2 or 3 different places I had to go.
Snellville's near where I grew up. You know, I grew up over in Snow Mountain, Lilburn area, right? Not just south there of Snellville.
Yeah.
Well, that's where I grew up as a kid. Here's Oscar Gonzalez rookie card right there for Cleveland. Okay. We have David Villar for the Giants right there, rookie card. Here's another rookie card. Bubba Thompson right there. Ooh, look at this. I love this card. Look, this is a Michael Harris rookie card. Look at that. Oh, I love this card. It says Fun Box. I don't know what that is, but it's a really cool card. I'm going to sleeve that up. I don't know if that's a case that's a special card, but it's a rookie Michael Harris, and it's got all these like sandwiches on it and popcorn. Here, let me show you all that a little closer there. Look at that.
That's kind of wild.
That is cool. I love that. Michael Harris rookie. Money Mike, as we call him in ATL. I went to Michael Harris Spider-Man bobblehead night this year.
That's right.
That was fun. We had a good time. Always leave my Money Mikes up. Let's go. I'll take that. That's our hit of the night. I'm going to put Money Mike in a top loader.
I should go put Brock Purdy on red down at the casino.
Is that a burger on there? It is. Look at this. Let me show you. Look at this. I'll show you this card a little bit better. Look. That's a well, you can't see it now, but that's a burger right up here at the top, right there. There's popcorn on there. And then on the back of it, it says, Michael Harris, Atlanta Braves. Michael grew up less than an hour from Braves Stadium, dreaming of playing at the highest level for the Braves. His favorite players are Chipper Jones, Andrew Jones, and then it has some like little stats on the back of it.
That's kind of cool.
That is a cool card. I love the colors on that thing. That's a hit of the night, y'all. All right. And then here's I don't know what this is. This is a Carlos Correa right here. It's a shiny. And then we have Travis d'Arnaud for the right there. And then here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. And then Ha Song Kim. But my favorite card tonight has to be this Michael Harris. I love that card. I love the color.
Give me a Pepino Man imitation for a minute there.
I love Pepino Man. He's the best. Yeah. What a great show. And now you're no longer going to see my nasty office because I'm going to take this backdrop off. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity for being here on Zach Sports Cards and Collectibles. You get to see my nasty office, and in about 2 seconds, it's going to disappear. Hang on.
Actually, I get to see my hotel room tonight. Only staying here for one night.
Yeah, but your hotel room is much nicer than my nasty office. It's
we'll see what tomorrow night's room looks like. You never know. We should start the new game. Where's Dirk gonna stay?
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm gonna go to Frederick, Maryland, because there's a couple antique malls right there, and there's one in particular I want to go hit up in Pennsylvania. See if I've passed on this one item. A couple people know about it. Passed on it. It's still sitting there after months because people don't collect it. But it's like if it's still there and I pick it up, it'll be pretty crazy.
Awesome.
It's a limited edition item from 1906.
Oh wow! I don't know if you saw on my 10K celebration, but Random Rip sent me some gardening tobacco cards.
Really?
And they are the coolest cards. I have them up here. I'm going to do a video. I think what I'm going to do is when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to have Kevin come on as a special guest, and I'm going to show these cards. But he got them on eBay, I think he did, and they're tobacco gardening cards. They have like different potted plants. It's the cool. Like I can't think of something that more reflects me trading cards and gardening all together on one thing. I just love it. And huge thanks to Kevin Random Rips for sending me those. I don't know where he found. I think he said he found them on eBay, but first of all, they're my oldest cards now in my collection because I don't think I had anything before 1950, and that is so cool. I don't have any. I've never had a tobacco card, so they're my first tobacco cards too. So I just love them, man, because I'm a big gardening fan, and I mean, I got a degree in horticulture, so and farming, and so pretty cool. And I love trading cards, So huge shout out to Random Rips on that.
I think my father thought I had a degree in horticulture, but that wasn't exactly the case. Not exactly. I don't know why those chickens got so big, but they were big.
Well, I stay away from the live animals because, like, the thing is, I can barely take care of 2 children and animals and live plants. I have 3 pets. You know what I'm saying? I have 3 cats and a dog and 2 kids. So I'm like I can't have any live animals at the farm. It's just too much.
Yeah, you get to a point and you go, what am I doing? Well, that's the thing. We had a we had a pony and we had a horse. Like, it was kind of more of my sister's horse than it was mine, but in Appaloosa. But where we lived on the county road, then there's a farm behind us, and then after on that road where the farm behind us was the Brat Stop. It was one of the most well-known bars for that part of the state, and bands like Cheap Trick and all the big bands back in the early days. That's where they would all go play. So one night I decided, well, I don't want to drive the car to the bar tonight. I'll take the horse. So saddled up the horse, went through our farm, went through the next farm, and tied him up behind the bar. so I had a few too many because I knew I didn't have to drive home. And I walk out the front door, and they knew me there. And the bouncer goes, Dirk, the parking lot's this way. I go, not tonight. Follow me. So we walk around the back of the building, and there's the horse tied up.
Awesome. That's awesome. I have people at my farm. There are people that travel around in horses. I have my neighbor. He comes over all the time on a horse, and we're just not. I guess this day and time, everybody takes cars, but that's why he gets around all the neighbors and goes and sees everybody. When you see that, it's pretty rare these days. We have some people here in town where I live that do that still.
Yeah, it is what it is, and depending on what part of the country you're in, horses are getting more popular in certain areas, and a lot more people are starting to have horse farms. Starting to see a lot more of that.
Yeah,
which means now you can go get tobacco cards because there are chicken tobacco cards.
Oh, there are?
They're very popular. Yeah, they're very popular.
Oh, cool. I like that. I mean, that's pretty cool. I think I'm going to do it on the gardening channel because, I'm trying. Look, this channel is about sports cards and collectibles, but my gardening channel is about gardening and farming and being frugal and cheap. But really, the gardening channel is just me being me more. Like, I'm just going to let it loose. Like, I'm just going to put random stuff on the gardening channel. Like, I'm going to do stuff that may not have anything to do with gardening or being frugal. I'm just going to have, really, that's going to be kind of like my more of a personal page where this is, it's more of, we do talk about garden farm, but I'm just saying, like, it's more, we kind of, my videos mostly concentrate on, like, sports cards and collectibles. But that's why I think I'm gonna bring those garden cards and put them over there because I can kind of let go over there about showing them. So I'm excited about showing those cards. I think they're super cool. Thank you, Kevin. By the way, those things.
Yeah, they're very that kind of stuff is always cool. So it has history to it.
Yeah, sunset time was fun. Yeah, and that's the thing. Me and Dirk are gonna try to do a thing where we're gonna do a sunset. We're gonna time it where I do one and then he does one, and one of these Friday nights. This week, I know we're not having a sunset here in Georgia because that hurricane's moving up here, and they're calling for rain all the way through the weekend this weekend. They're talking like 2 to 3 inches on Saturday and tomorrow. So I don't think we're going to get a sun unless we got one like Saturday night. I don't even know about Saturday night, but it looks like we're not going to get much of any sun this weekend. So
yeah, if we're going to try to do that, it won't be till the end of the month. I probably won't. I won't
Yeah.
be back on Central Time until I'm going from Delaware to Long Island. And then from Long Island I'll drive home. That's gonna be. I probably won't be home till like 27th, 28th.
Yeah, rain moving into, and DK's in Kentucky. He says it's coming in that way too. Yeah, we've started to feel it here. We've had 25-mile-per-hour winds here in Georgia today, and it's been windy, y'all. I'm telling you, we had some limbs down. It was a little scary. Not too much of rain, but more of just the wind. It's been a little wild.
Maybe I should go chase the hurricane.
Yeah, you should.
What's funny is this time the rental place had no sedans. I mean, this is a terrible problem with rental companies this year. They can't keep sedans in there. It's all SUVs, and I don't want an SUV with all my camera gear. So I need a sedan. So he goes, well, I got a Charger, or you can take an SUV. I'm like, what does the Charger get for mileage? Because I'm going, how bad is it going to be? Well, it gets about 19 miles a gallon. I'm like, how much does the SUV get? Well, it's the same or worse. I said, well, what the heck? Give me the Charger. For the same price. I rented a compact price, but he gives me the Charger. So I'm driving a Charger, and believe it or not, driving out, even through the mountains in West Virginia and Pennsylvania, I still clocked it over 33 miles a gallon.
Wow.
Which I went, it's because he said, if you get out there and you don't like it, because I'm a preferred, rental person, I rent every other week. So he said, well, just go into a local place and tell them it's steering to the right and get a new car. So I'm calling him tomorrow and going, I'm not changing this car in for anything. Because there was a red one and a gray one. I took the gray one because red. Hello, I don't need that. So
that's all.
Yeah,
I love what you do. The gas. You've been doing these gas station checks where you go and get the prices.
Yep.
And I've been seeing you get some good prices on gas. That's really cool. And I almost thought about doing one of those the other night because I went into Kroger and they gave me 20 cents off last night. And I was like, I had my camera with me and I said, man, I should do a dirt gas check right here. I was thinking about doing that.
It's interesting right now because I've seen some weird trends going on right now. Well, in this particular trip, I picked up a Sam's Club card. And so I said on purpose, I'm gonna stop at Sam's Club all the way out. Had to find them. But I was paying under $3. I was paying $2.82, $2.93 for regular. I'm going, all right, why is gas, quote unquote, not really, but why is it cheaper right now? And why are eggs costing $6.93 a dozen? Or $6.93 for 18 eggs? And why are Optic packs $15?
Man, I'm telling you, these are questions that are bothering me every day.
That's why I sent you that photo from Best Buy. I said I found packs of Optic, but I'm not buying them for $15.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? I'm going to be buying one. I'm buying one of those this weekend, and you know what I'm going to pay for it? 24 cents.
There you go.
You know how I'm getting it? Best Buy sent me $10 the other day in an email.
That's right, you told me that. Yeah.
And then I have this thing called Fetch Rewards where I take pictures of receipts, and I built up $5. So I'm gonna redeem that, and then I already set this up on the Best Buy app, and then after tax, I only owe 24 cents.
Now that's the way.
I'm gonna use that for my PayPal account. So
that's the way to do it.
Yeah, because I couldn't pay.
Henry, are you getting eggs? Are they under $3 for a dozen?
For eggs?
I'm curious about it. Yeah, because what's really funny is that what I'm paying at the store for eggs, I can go buy from farmers. For the same price. There's a huge difference. Eggs and panini, they go together. I don't
know. They're both skyrocketing in price right now in the store.
And it sucks.
I don't buy a lot of eggs. I hate to say that. I don't, I don't really have time to make breakfast in the morning. I don't eat them for breakfast. And so if I eat eggs, it's pretty rare, but because I don't know, I just don't. But I have seen them at the farmers markets going from between pretty hefty prices. I've seen some people sell them for $6 to $8 at the farmers market.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's a difference between the two.
But these are fresh too. They come from the farmer. I can understand that. And I have a friend that lives not far from me. She she has the candling in Georgia to sell eggs. You have to have a live candling license.
Yeah,
they require
sure
that.
do.
Now, you see people that try to do it under the table and not have the candling license, and they can get in trouble for that. But
that's huge. That's a huge issue.
Yeah.
The reason I know that, Zach, that's how I was buying my baseball card as a kid. I worked at an egg farm.
Did what?
I worked at an egg farm picking eggs.
Oh, you did? Yeah.
20,000 birds to a house.
Yeah.
And then my mom would pick me up to take me home, and she'd say, "We're having chicken for dinner." I said, "Oh no, we're not. I'm going to Taco Bell. Forget this."
That's why I am. I eat a lot of fast food because I'm like, well, I'm usually so tired after working
Right,
at the
Nikki,
farm. I don't
sometimes.
want to cook. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, pretty fun. That's how I was buying my baseball cards.
Yep. Well, I tell you, they're going for a lot at the farmers markets. I noticed that. Got to run. Thank you, Nikki, 2 times for stopping by. I appreciate it. Good luck Monday night, and I'll see you Sunday night, your live stream as well. Thank you for the awesome support. Yeah, you can see them at the farmers market going pretty high, and that's how I know. I mean, I used to run a farmers market, so I would have to really be. I was like the market. I started a farmers market, and I ran it in the town where I work at, the college I work at, and so I ran it for like 9 years. So I learned all about egg licenses and candling, and I had to stop a lot of people that wanted to come in and do it under the table, and I had to really be like a crack down on it, because I was like, man, y'all can't do that because you can get me in a lot of trouble in the market. So I had to like,
we'll have them set up at the card shows, cards.
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
So, let me see. Tell me if you're finding this. At the last couple of card shows I've done, Pokemon is completely taking over. There's more Pokemon than there are cards.
Yeah.
Sports cards. It's insane. And now the amount of graded Pokemon cards are completely out of control. It's wild. Did you lose your mic?
No, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, I've completely, it blows me away. I mean, the amount of Pokemon which is good because it brings a lot of people. There's a lot of people coming to the show, but it's crazy how many people are now out there with Pokemon.
Yeah, it is. And the youth love Pokemon. I've noticed that with my kids, they love Pokemon cards. And I like it a little bit. It's good. I get, when I go to GameStop, I get my $5 rewards every month, and so. If I can't find sports cards, I will get a Pokemon pack. And I pulled a neon ball card, something like that. I sold it for like $15 on eBay. And I was like, what? You're paying $15 for this thing? I'll sell it. I'd rather have the money.
Well, that's it then. You just tempted me.
Yeah.
Guess what I have?
What's that?
Pokemon.
There we go.
Let's rip it.
All right, we're gonna put Dirt back on the big screen here. Let's go. Collect them all, y'all. Let's pull a Pikachu, Charizard. Let's go.
I know nothing about these. This is one of my packs from when I started.
Jack the Market Police. Yes, I was, Alex. I was the Market Police when I ran a farmer's market. I had to give it up in the early 18 or 19. But I started with farmer's market. I ran it. It's still going today, but somebody else runs it. And that's when I started having a family, and I had, that's when I started the farm. So I had to kind of give up on that. But it was fun. I enjoyed running a farmer's market, and I got the key to the city for the town I lived in. It was a good time, but all things must come to an end. And it was a good, fun time doing it. And I learned a lot, but now I just like owning my own farm and running my own business. And then I really honest with you, I didn't make any money, barely run a farmer's market, and I need to be making more money running my own farm. So it was fun while I did it.
Here we go. I can go get a knife, a little knife.
Oh, there you go. Like Crocodile Dundee. This is a knife.
I'm not screwing around with this. This ain't going to open one way or the other.
Henry says, Taco Bell, $10 not fill me up. I one glob of cheese and taco. $10, man, you can go online. You can get the $5.99 exclusive Taco Bell Cravings box, and that thing's got a bunch of stuff for $5.99. Or you just get the cheesy bean and rice burrito for $1.75 or $50. I got one last night. It was good.
All right, I'm counting on you, Zach, to help me out. I have no clue on these. Or the chat. Help me out.
Okay.
That's not a knife.
This is slack off. Slack off or something like that. Okay. I don't know a lot of Pokemon. I know Pikachu.
Look at this.
Look at there, Pikachu. Let's go.
Can you
There you
believe
go.
that?
Y'all let me know in the chat. Is that a good one? That's a cool. You sleeve up your Pikachus. You know, I always sleeve up my Pikachus. There you go. Dirk pulled a Pikachu tonight here on 3-Pack Thursday.
Letter opener. Yeah. Well, see, Pikachu. Pikachu.
You know, when I do Pikachu shorts, people love to watch the Pikachu shorts. I get a lot of views on them.
Do you, right?
Crows Zagunk.
I'll sleeve these because I have no idea what I'm looking at.
This is Bramble Goss. The shiny ones, there's some shiny ones. Those are the ones that I think, and the art ones they really like. Yeah. Superior energy retrieval. Pikachu is like the Jordan of Pokemon. I agree, Victor. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
How many home runs did Pikachu hit last year?
Yeah. How many assists?
Let's go.
We're a couple away from the shinies. We'll see what we get.
The art cards are really nice in these. If you can find a nice art card, they got some good value to them.
Yeah.
There's that Garga something.
If we can't pronounce it, it's no good.
Yeah. I think Pikachu tore his ACL last year.
Yeah. Concussion protocol for Pikachu.
Well, he's in better shape than Tua is tonight.
Yeah, right. So that's what we had in basic energy.
There you go. You pulled a Pikachu tonight. That was a win in that bag.
Yeah, you know the other thing that was hot a couple months ago, I don't know if it still is. I picked up one of these at a Target.
Oh yeah. You know, Kevin Random Rips pulled these, and these are some interesting. Those are interesting cards. Like they've got a lot of art to them, and they're shine, and they got some value to them. I mean, some pretty good value to them as well. I know Huck from Dejan Rips loves to rip those. He's ripped a couple of those. He's gotten some cool.
They were running out of Target. I mean, so fast and they're getting loaded in. Should we open it?
I saw some at Walgreens, and they were $15, $16 a pack. I don't know if they're popular. I know when they first came out, those things had some. I don't know what they are now because I haven't really followed One Piece. I mean, I know there's a show on Netflix. I couldn't tell you anything about it, but I've watched some people rip it. One Piece. Let's see. One Piece 8 is out now. Green blister sleeves. Yeah, I saw some new Pokemon out last night, but I just never know. Sometimes when I'm on the hunt, I don't know what's popular Pokemon, and unless I'm new and I hadn't seen it, I'm just like, well, I don't. You know, I'm learning it though, y'all. My daughters are teaching me a lot about it. They know it really good.
Oh, this is peeking at you, Peter. All right, Barry. Don't give me nightmares.
Sounds like a chicken meal to me, says Barry. One Piece, yeah. No, they don't got that at the Zaxby's this week for Barry.
Oh my goodness gracious! Oh, well, I'm sleeving up the Pikachu on top of them.
Last card is the hit in One Piece. DK would know this because he says the last card.
DK, I'll tell you what, DK, since you know, we're gonna open it.
Yeah, y'all see something because I don't know One Piece. I just know that I've seen some cool art cards. I know Random Rips has pulled some cool stuff out of these.
Out of the box. Let me take out my letter opener. So the reason I have a chef's knife is because I cook all my food before I leave, and so I've got a cutting board with me, cheese, for all kinds of stuff. So I have a complete kitchen for the road, basically.
Yeah,
makes it a lot cheaper, and I'm not eating crap as much. And this is last night when I overdid it on smoked salmon, but that's another story. Okay. Here we go. Someone help. I have no idea what I'm dealing with.
Ooh, those are cool. Those are shiny.
There's one. Yeah,
what's the name on it? Okay.
I'll show you since it's One Piece game piece on that. I'll go back, see if I can get this to.
What's the name on that? Gasper D. Okay. Alex says good luck, Dirt.
Thank you, Alex. They're focusing or not really?
Yeah, I can't really see it.
Razio.
Razio.
Something like that. Probably having problems focusing on
I want to see if I can put you on the full screen.
Trying to be careful handling this. Art, those look pretty interesting.
Okay, here. Hey, there you go. Then Smoke Yonchi.
How much are people? What are people drinking when they come up with this stuff?
It's some kind of TV show on Netflix. I know. I've heard people talk about it. It's a cartoon series on Netflix. Is all I know.
Now, what in blazes is this?
The Riller Bark.
I'll just leave them all up because I have no idea.
Yeah. What is that? Jaguar. What is that, Dirk?
Jaguar D Sol.
D Sol. What is that? I'm totally confused.
I know.
Wow. Okay.
I think I'll stick to collecting stuff from you.
Nakuma Musha or something like that. I have to say the color on these are nice. I think they're more colorful than Pokemon cards, and I like that they have more color on the card and there's less wording on these.
Right. Who's a busy one? What in blazing? Let me back this up a little bit. No idea.
Yep.
We're coming up to the last card. We're a couple cards away.
Okay. DK says this is the hit.
Might be the next one because it's shiny.
The Karuzaka. Something like that.
All right, here we go. 2 shinies coming up.
All right, here we go. Here comes the color, y'all.
This might be something. We'll see here.
Okay. Ooh, look at that, y'all.
Shiny.
What is that? Kika no Joe.
I think that's the name of the hotel maids. What? And this one's another here. Try to pronounce this one. Jeez Louise.
Wow, look at that one.
That's the last
that
one.
Looks now see that I think that's your hit right there. That almost looks like a Pokemon art card.
Yeah.
Let us know in the chat, y'all, if y'all know if that's a value. That looks like, let me look that one up. I'm gonna look that one up on eBay right now and see what that one's going for. Let me see the name of that real quick. I'm gonna try to enter it on eBay.
I'll give you both the last one. This was the last one.
Kouzuki. Here it is. That's about a $5 card right there.
I'm gonna go play it on Reddit at the casino then.
Yeah, here's
some red, please.
Yeah.
Put on a roulette table. How about?
Oh, there's.
Tell me about this one. What's
this one says $14.99.
What about this pop?
Okay. Let me go back and look that up.
Back this up a little bit.
KIKUNOJO. Okay, here it is. About $2 or $3 card.
Yeah, put that on red too.
Yeah.
Put on red.
There's one for, I would say, about $2 or $3 card. So you got some good cards there. Those are some good hits. $5.
$5. You paid $5.
$5.
Yeah. Well, that was fun. I had no idea what I was doing.
That was cool art. I've seen on Discord. I'm on this Discord for remember Schultz's card pulls? He used to have the card drop. And I'm in his Discord. You're in there, aren't you?
Yep.
And
you see people I've been in there forever though.
Yeah, you'll see people that pull those and they'll post their picture of them in there. And so I've seen some of the art on it. They're pretty cool, the ones I've seen on there.
Yeah, there's some pretty interesting. Yeah, it's like, all right, what am I looking at? I have no idea.
Yeah.
I got no clue. Well, that was fun adventures. Now what happens?
There we go. All right. Well, that was cool. That was some cool stuff. Thank you, Dirk, for opening all that up tonight. I wasn't expecting all that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That was fun,
Yeah,
y'all.
no
And
problem. Just hang
man,
around.
this has been awesome. I know, Dirk, you got to probably get up early in the morning tomorrow. I'm probably keeping you a little too long. I'm sorry if I am.
No.
We've been going now 2 hours now, Dirk. Let's go. We're almost a minute from 2 hours. Let's go 2 hours. We're almost there.
Well, that's what I told you. Well, we started later, so I was able to finish my editing. So when we're done the stream, I'm going to upload it. I can
This is
get up in
awesome.
the morning and go, I'm done.
Awesome. Hey, do they have a free continental breakfast there at the hotel you're staying at tonight?
This one sucks. I stayed here.
It is.
That's why I make bacon and sausage at home and bring it on the road.
Okay. Okay.
Bring your own.
Oh no. I like those hotels that have like a good bagel and you get some cream cheese on it, and they have the good breakfast.
I am in Jersey, so bagels in Jersey. I usually stock up before I drive home with like 2 dozen bagels.
Those are always fun. I enjoy staying a good one as well. Well, thank you all for stopping by. We're going to kind of wrap this up a little bit tonight. I've got to get up early in the morning, 11:30 right now. Man, I'm so honored to have Dirk stop by here and I get to hang out. I've wanted to hang out with Dirk for a long time. It's really been an honor, y'all. And his channel's in the description below. Y'all sub him up. Come join him on Friday. Me and Dirk are gonna do something together. We do one of these days when he gets some free time. We're gonna do a Friday night live stream, and we're gonna do back-to-back sunsets one of these days. And we're always on the hunt. Me and Dirk and I are always messaging each other like, "What did you see out there in the wild? Did you see this? I saw this." And man, Dirk's a great friend, and I'm glad to really kind of meet him in person here on the YouTube and messaging him all the time and everything. So it's really cool. And I really appreciate Dirk helping me, especially when we're on the sports card hunt, because there'll be stuff that I couldn't find, and Dirk will be like, "I found this here. Go here." I go find it there, and I'm like, "Oh man, so pumped!" So thank you, Dirk, for all your help over the years, and it's been fun. We had a great time. I tell you this, I look back at those times during COVID. We were out there hunting for sports cards, and nobody could find them. I love those times, y'all. I really miss those times. I know people say, "You're stupid, Zach. Why?" I enjoyed the hunt, y'all. It was so much fun. There was like an adrenaline rush when I would hit those restocks. It was so much fun.
When you actually found something, it was like this giant buzz.
Yeah, it was, y'all. It was like, it was like an adrenaline rush. You just like, "Oh man, I'm so pumped." And you know what? I don't think I have that as much anymore, because last night I walked in that Walmart and I saw the vendor. And I was like, "Oh, good, she's restocking. I'll go to the back and go hunt for Hot Wheels and some other stuff. And then maybe I'll come back and see her." It wasn't like, like during COVID, if I saw her, I'd be just like stalking her. I'd be over like 5 rows, like with binoculars, like, "Okay, she almost done." I'd be like stalking her. But now I don't know. I don't know. Also, too, I didn't think there was going to be much this week. And the funny thing is, I was talking to the vendor last night. I got a really nice vendor I ran into last night. And I started talking to her about optic football and select football. And I said, "Hey, do you have any select football in?" Because that's what I was looking for. I'm looking for select and optic like we all are. And she's like, that she didn't say that, but I don't have any select. But she says, in Chattanooga, I was restocking a Walmart and they did have select football in. And I was like, "They did?" She said, "Yeah." She said she believes it's going to come out next week at Walmart. So I was like, "Oh man," and I'll be back next week to try to look for that, because that's what I'm on the hunt for. She said optic went real fast. She said the funny thing about optic was, she said she had a ton of optic, but then the people at MJ Holdings or whoever stocks, I know they have a new company that stocks it now, they requested a lot of them to be sent back. So I don't know what that's for. Maybe they were sending them to Cracker Barrel or other stores, but that she had a lot of stuff that they wouldn't let her stock of the optic.
That sounds like backdoor stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was weird. And she said, you know what I think makes me think of they're doing, Dirk? Is that I wonder if they're taking that and using that in repacks or some other shape or form, or they're taking that to another store like Lids or Cracker Barrel or some of these other stores you're starting to see a lot more sports cards in. Like GameStop. I'm seeing GameStop getting a lot more Topps products in. I went into GameStop the other day, and they had a ton of product. Like a year or two ago, you couldn't find anything sports card related in GameStop. And now that they're doing graded cards and buying cards, and I think they've got something set up with Fanatics now, that you're starting to see a lot more in GameStop. And I wonder if that's what Panini did with Optic, as they brought it some other stores. But it was interesting, that conversation I had last night. I was like, that's interesting. Because usually I can get like a blaster of Optic or a blaster of Select, but this year it's just been slim. It's been. Dirk was the only one that found Optic, and that was the fat packs at the Best Buy. I was like, I get that.
That's all I saw. So they're asking who is Dirk's Dale Murphy?
It was Dirk's Dale Murphy. Yes.
John McGraw, actually, from the New York Giants.
There you go. You go learn something new.
And I sold it. I had a T206. No, 205. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of like Dale Murphy.
Well, there you go. There's Dirk's Dale Murphy. Would that be your favorite player of all time, Dirk? Who would your favorite player of all time be?
He was better known as a manager when he managed the Giants. Mm-hmm. Best player of all time. You know what? I am a big Will Clark fan, believe it or not. And if you go back to the 60s, because I was going to Metropolitan Stadium in Minneapolis for a bit. Tony Oliva.
Oh, wow. There you go.
Yeah, it kind of goes to the decades. Mm-hmm. Where did I live and who did I follow? Now, I wasn't alive in 1906, so let's just get that out of the way. Just want to make that clear,
Breaking news, y'all. Dirk was not alive in 1906. 2006 he was.
Contrary to popular reports.
Yeah. Decades with Dirk.
Thanks for having me on tonight. I had a great time.
Oh, it's been awesome. Thank y'all. I think next week I don't even have a planned guest. I'll be honest with you. In fact, I need to start asking people to be on here. I haven't really I had Dirk playing tonight, and then I just said, okay, so I don't know what I've got coming on in the future. So if I don't have anybody come on, we'll rip some packs. And I want a PSA 10 of a quarterback rookie card. And I don't want to reveal it just now, but I did win my first PSA 10 card. And I may rip that open next week, and I may rip open some packs. I am going on a hunt this weekend where I am going to be hitting GameStop, and I'm going to be hitting the Best Buy and getting that pack I was talking about earlier tonight. And so I'll be on the hunt. And I did notice, y'all hit your Walgreens. I went to 2 Walgreens this week, and they had 30% off sports cards. They had hanger boxes. I went into my Walgreens today. I went to another one today. They were sold out, but they had hanger boxes for $6.99 a hanger at Walgreens. Really? Yes. I could not believe it. That's a monster deal. $6.99 for a hanger box. So check your Walgreens, y'all. They even had Pokemon packs and as well on sale. So I hit 2 Walgreens tonight. Now, one Walgreens has some Topps Heritage hangers, but the one I went into tonight had nothing. It was cleared out. I just got there too late. I should have. I usually always go to Walgreens like once or twice a week, and I didn't go. For some reason, I didn't feel like going this week when I was like, and I go every week, and I went too late this week. So y'all go check your Walgreens and see if they're not sold out or not. So that's what y'all get for staying late with me tonight. You get a hint of a good sale on sports cards. There you go. All right, y'all. We'll wrap this up. We're almost at midnight, and Dirk's got a busy week ahead. But I'm really honored to have Dirk with me, and I hope to have Dirk back real soon. We'll have him back for another time if Dirk would like to come back. And honored to have you here with us, Dirk, and look forward to having you back soon, man.
We'll pick a new hotel.
That's right. We'll have a contest next time. What is the name of the hotel Dirk is staying in? Or what kind of art is in the back of Dirk right here? What kind of art, in the painting? See those pictures, those 3 pictures back there,
One of them's going to be Elvis. Elvis is in the room.
Well, thank y'all very much. Y'all have a good one. Y'all don't forget, subscribe to Dirk's channel below. Let's help him grow, and I appreciate him joining me tonight. And thank y'all all. And don't forget, subscribe, comment below. Subscribe to Zach Frugal Gardener. We're on the road to 1K, and I appreciate it, y'all. Zach, Dirk, you want to say any closing remarks to everybody, and we'll call it a night.
It's 11:42. Creative cursing has already dropped. Be there.
There you go. Good night, y'all.
Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for having me.
Good night. See y'all.